long time. This is the longest.
It is. Hello. Oh, that was fast. Hello, you guys. Hi.
Oh wait,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
make sure my phone volume is off. Hello, you guys. Hi.
Oh, I see it. I see it.
Yeah, we've got some wild weather coming later tonight. We were supposed to get some yesterday, and we didn't end up getting any. Just a little bit of rain.
Well, they're saying in the next hour a line's supposed to come through here.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I don't know. Fingers
it's
crossed.
supposed to roll around here like 10-ish, or maybe like closer to 11 o'clock. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Weather. Usually, if we get it, because it's moving like, I don't know what direction is that, northeast across like the Midwest right now. So,
right.
Did you want to say something, Jason?
No, I wasn't going to say nothing. I was going to say hello, Amy. It's been
hi. Yes.
time.
No, you were saying that. Yeah, it's been a while. It feels like it's been a while because it has.
Yeah, it feels like it's been
May.
ages.
Was it the first week of May?
Yeah,
it was. I know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was.
At least a month. Yeah.
I know it has. So it's good to see you.
Well, thank you. It's
even though I got to in between there, got to see you guys in person. But
yes.
Karen's like, who are you again?
Karen G. My name is Jason. I'm owner and operator of Mother Tucker's Antiques.
Yes, would you like to introduce yourself, Jason?
Started to do these live sales like four almost like 5 years ago at this point. That's it. Had a YouTube thing going for a while, put out a few videos, did a little Instagram thing, did a little whatnot thing.
Jason, Mr. Rudolph back there.
Isn't he fantastic?
He's really nice shape. There was one at the Midwest Holiday Show last year, I think.
Oh, okay.
It was in like really poor shape. I think I filmed it a couple times, but he's on my want list eventually.
There's a little bit of wear on his nose, but literally there's a antique store outside of Wildwood, or when I say it should be like a thrift store, it's the Ark down there. They finally over the past year, that's their antique and collectible thrift store. He was shoved in a shelf back behind the register, and we had walked around the whole store, and I could just see his red nose poking out. And I said to the young fellow working there, I was like, can you reach that for me? And you can tell that stuffed animals, used ones or used plush, gross him out. He literally like picked it up and did one of those. He's in great condition. It wasn't like he's like, I don't know. So we thought about it. We left and got halfway back to the hotel, and we turned around and went back and got him. There was no way we could leave him at the Jersey Shore. So
he's much happier that you rescued him.
He is
much happier.
He's hanging out with us for a little bit until we decide if we're going to keep him or move him on to somebody else. No matter what, it's our duty, Amy, to secure this vintage, if not for us, for our community.
Oh, 100%.
A vintage.
I always do that. I do that too, because I see things that I'm like, oh, that's like, it needs rescuing. Yeah. Clearly, like, who knows how long that poor Rudolph was shoved on that shelf.
Yes, exactly.
And he feels so much better that he can, I can stretch a little bit off the shelf. I do that too. Like,
because if he's not going to live with me, he's going to live with one of us. That's all here, one of those things. So yes, but
okay. I'm going to go all the way up to the chat. I did give some channel memberships earlier this evening. 10 different channel memberships.
I'm a channel member now. I'm a channel member. I'm part of the Kids
Yes, you are.
Club.
Thank you, Jason. Let's see. I know there was somebody here earlier. Oh, it was Gavin. It was Gavin that was here earlier because he said he was going to be at work and he might be lurking. Yes. But I see StreamYard deleted his comment. But I saw that when I gifted the memberships in there. Lisa is here in the chat. Hey, Lisa.
Hello,
good
Lisa.
to see you. And Karen. Hey, Karen.
Hi, Karen. So good to see you.
Miss Terry V. Rounding out top 3 tonight. Hey, Terry. Shannon's here. Hello, you guys. Good to see everyone in the chat. Kim is also with us tonight. Hello, hey, Kim. Thanks for being here. Let's see. William's here. Hey, William.
William, Willie's in the house. Good to see you.
Minx is here. Hey, Minx.
Hello, Minx.
And Mama Pam. Mama Pam and I did some estate sailing today.
Oh, did you find anything?
Yes.
Okay.
We didn't go like I go, like,
right.
You know, like super early kind of thing.
Right.
We just kind of went and like whatever was there. I think we went to 4 different ones today.
Okay.
She got some Barbie cases.
All right.
I got some things. So yeah, it was a fun day. It was just really hot. The one place that had the good Barbie stuff.
Right.
It was a really old farmhouse, and they had no air conditioning. I
was gonna say,
as
you said,
it was 90 something here today. It was hot.
Yeah.
It was really hot, especially upstairs where all the Barbie stuff was. Yeah.
And if it's a couple days after the fact, those farmhouses are even hotter on the inside than
well, it's been really hot and humid here the past, I don't know, 2 or 3 days. So yeah, it was, you went up there and like sweat was just and I went through all the children's books in the heat.
Oh wow.
I found some good things. So it was right. But yeah, it was a fun day. Let's see. I totally lost my spot. We'll pick it up with Miss Sharon Spencer. Hey,
Sharon. And you did figure out Instagram. You're doing a great job, and it's good to see you over there.
She commented on something of mine too.
Yep, you got it.
You're figured it out, Sharon. Janine's here. Hey, Janine. There is Mama Linda.
Oh, Mom, I love you. Good to see you.
And let's see. Scroll. I lost my spot. Everybody's just saying hello to one another anyway. Let's see if anybody else new pops out to me. Oh, Karen Williams is here. Hey, Karen.
And Karen, I saw your comment. I didn't venture into any of Scott's thrift stores. I was in further New Jersey. I went around Scott's area. But yes, I did thrift some of those good thrift stores in New Jersey. So yes, I did.
Because last year when you were on vacation, who did you meet up with? I can't remember.
Oh, it was Andrew, a vintage.
Oh, Andrew. Yeah, that's right. I forget. He lives in New Jersey, doesn't he?
No. His family has a house in a town called Stone Harbor, which is just north of Wildwood. It's like probably you go over a bridge, so you're 10 minutes from Stone Harbor. So the way it goes down the coast, it's like Avalon, Stone Harbor, Wildwood, or Wild Woods, and then Cape May, and then you're down at the bottom of the tip. So
that's right.
He was in town too, but we were so exhausted from everything we were doing that we didn't reach out to anybody or do anything. I think I'm an official foodie at this point because all I did was eat, and all I did was eat and take pictures of food. And then literally I drank coffee and looked at the ocean. That was it. That's all.
Sounds like a nice time. Sounds like a nice time.
That's all we wanted to do.
Miss Judy, good to see you tonight. Thanks for being here. Jennifer Cagle. Hey, Jennifer. Good to see you guys. Miss Caroline. Hello.
Hi, Caroline. Good to see you.
Chris is here. Hey, Chris.
Chris. Hope you're well, friend.
Yeah, Wisconsin is getting some weather right now, too, or a little bit later. Gypsy Cat, welcome in. Welcome.
Hello, Brenda.
There is Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hello, Joe. Good to see you, sir.
There's Mary. Hello, Mary. I'm trying to go through these quickly, you guys. There's Cindy Lou.
Hello, Cindy. Hey, Amy, did you hear?
Who's the guy in the hat?
She's still thrifting them treasures.
Always. Cindy's never going to change her screen name. She's never going to change it. Oh,
good to see you, Cindy.
There's Brian. Hey, Brian.
Good to see you, sir.
There's Laura. Hello, Laura.
Hello, Laura. And hello, Ryan. I'm sure you're lurking, sir, from a hard day of work. I hope you got your feet up and you're lurking.
There's Tina. Hey, Tina.
Hi, Tina. Hello.
There's Sandra Bowers. Hey, Sandra. Heather's with us. Hello, Heather. Scroll. Oh, my goodness. The chat is like never ending tonight. I can't even get to the bottom. Hello, you guys are super chatty. Hey, Wings. Good to see you. Pop in there. Timmy's here. Timmy, I still got to get with you.
Good to see you.
Get with you, Timmy. Last week just flew by, and this week is on the same pace. Miss Jackie, welcome in.
Jackie.
Welcome in. Let's see. Brenda's here. Hey,
Hello,
Brenda.
They do have good ones. You're right. And they're up in the North Jersey region. And that's Garden Guy Bill's section.
Garden Guy Bill, yeah.
I'm not allowed to venture in New Jersey. If you go to the wrong person's thrift store, sometimes kneecaps can get injured. So I've been told I'm not to venture at certain parts in North Jersey to hit those thrift stores. It's a joke. It's a joke, but maybe kind of true. But it's a joke. I think it's a joke.
All right. I think I got to the bottom. Yes, if you guys haven't given a thumbs up to the broadcast, that would be wonderful. If you haven't yet. All right. Thank you, Karen, for that reminder. All right. We're going to get into the sale. We will go over how the sale is going to work tonight. As always, we might have some new friends joining us tonight. I did have a couple people message me over on Instagram that were interested in coming on over here tonight. So I will go over briefly how the sale is going to work tonight, how you can purchase and participate in the sale. Everybody else has heard this hundreds of times, probably can recite it better than me, but we'll go over it. And then we will talk about when we're doing our invoicing this week, and then we'll get right into it. All right. So good to see Jason back here, sit next to me on the screen tonight. And my other co-host, Parmesan, I don't know where he is. He's napping somewhere in the air conditioning, probably. He'll probably make an appearance at some point. All right. So you want to make sure you are logged into a Google or YouTube account. That's how you can type in the chat. Once you are logged in, that should automatically pop up for you, depending on what kind of device you are watching on. If you do plan to bid, always recommend that you do so on a mobile device. So a phone or tablet are going to be a little bit faster options for you versus the lag that we always have here on YouTube. You can also be logged into a computer, and a lot of people watch on their TV and have the chat pulled up on a mobile device as well. So all those options are available. We do have the lag. So the lag is just what you're seeing. Like it's a time delay based on like what we see, and then how you see it has to go through the interwebs and get back to you, and what your screen looks like. So that is the lag. Sometimes it can be long, sometimes it's short, sometimes it can change throughout the broadcast, but we do encourage you to refresh. So that means you can either exit out of YouTube completely and come back in, or the easier way to do that, if you find my kitty icon that just popped up there in the upper right hand corner on those mobile devices, tap the screen, you can find a gear wheel icon. When you hit that, scroll down to playback speed and hit 2 times. Then if you are lagging behind it all, we're going to sound like chipmunks until you're caught up with us again. Do that as often as possible. On the computer, you can find the same settings in the lower right-hand corner. And you can also refresh in your home settings on your television if you're watching on the TV. And we will be doing offer ups. I know Jason does have some quick claims. I might have some quick claims. So we'll talk about how to participate in those once we get to those rounds. But for the most part, we are doing bidding in the chat. So we'll give you a starting price. It will be pinned up on the screen. You can find starting prices and current bids on the lower left-hand corner of the screen. And we'll give you information, measurements of the item, and note if there's any kind of issues. So if there's any kind of damage, any notable issues, repairs, chips, that kind of thing, we will show it all to you on the screen. If you're interested in anything tonight, all you have to do is type your bids down into the chat. I will highlight them as I see them come into StreamYard. If for some reason we do not call it a bid, or I highlight your bid, try and put it in again. Sometimes filtering happens, not very often, but we will do our best to call out all the bids that we see come into the chat. We'll do a 20-second countdown, and the highest bid that we see come in before the official bid end of Karen G will be the winner. We are also doing just in cases tonight. So all that we ask to use a just in case bid is that you have at least one straight bid in on the current item that we are showing. Then you can use a just in case. That's the max amount that you're willing to pay for the item plus the letters JIC into the chat during the countdown only. And if your just in case is the highest before the bid end, we'll bid you up $1 over the next highest amount. But do keep in mind, multiple just in cases that come in before the bid end do turn into regular bids. If you are a brand new buyer to either one of us tonight, we do need some information from you, or maybe it has been a while. You can send that to us again. Our emails are up here on the screen. You can also always find all of our information down in the description of the video during the sale and following the broadcast. And I've also pinned our information in a comment somewhere in the chat. It is pinned in the chat somewhere. And so if you win something from us tonight, we need an email sent with your YouTube screen name, your real name, your full shipping address, and an email that we can send your PayPal invoice to. If you don't have PayPal, that's okay. You can still shop with us. Just let us know that you would like to check out as a guest when you send us that email. Then when we send our invoices out, we can send you a direct link to that invoice, and then you can check out as a guest. You just kind of follow the prompts, enter your shipping information, and check out with any debit or credit. I think it also accepts Venmo and Apple Pay as well. And keep in mind, when we do send our invoices out, payments due within 24 to 48 hours of receiving that invoice. And shipping is not included with the winning bid price. That is additional. However, we do use Pirate Ship to get discounted shipping rates based on your location, weight, and size of your package. That's why we need your full shipping address when you win an item, so we can calculate your shipping. We do have shipping available anywhere in the US and Canada. We can ship elsewhere. Just know that the shipping is significantly more expensive internationally versus the US and Canada. I ship from Michigan. Jason ships from Pennsylvania. I will have Jason talk about that last point, and then we'll talk about our invoicing, and then we will get right into the sale.
All right. If you purchase from me here tonight, I offer free pickup at my brick and mortar. It's called Mother Tucker's Antiques. I'm located in Ephrata, Pennsylvania. We are part of Adamstown, Antiques Capital USA. And just to give you guys like an idea, we're about an hour and a half west of Philadelphia. So if you're somewhere in that region or you plan on vacationing here this summer, I can hold the item or items for you. Just communicate in an email to us, and then we won't charge you shipping. And then once the invoice is paid, we'll communicate via email on when you'd like to pick it up. Thank you, Renee. Thank you so much. And thank you, Amy.
All right. So I'm going to be sending invoices out tomorrow. So I will just email you when your invoice has been sent at some point tomorrow, probably in the earlier half of the day. I will say I'll try and get them done as quickly as possible, but you will see something from me tomorrow.
My invoices are going to roll out on Sunday. I work at the store tomorrow, and then we're working on our booth on Saturday, and we have a house call. So I can't do any shipping until Sunday morning. So I'll get up Sunday morning and pack things up, and Tina will fire out them invoices at some point in the afternoon on Sunday. And then hopefully we can get them shipped out like we always do on Monday, so you guys can get them usually before the next Thursday. That's what we like to try to do. So thank you, Miss Amy.
Yes, you are welcome. I will say we do have 16 rounds of goodies tonight. No community share. Okay. I did do community share last week when Ariana was sitting with me, and we've been doing every other. I will pop our email up there, however. I haven't done that in a while. If you have some photos you want to send us, ShareMyFindsLive@gmail.com. Maybe you have found something really exciting out in the wild and you paid 50 cents for it at a garage sale or something. Those are fun to see. Or you have, I don't know, a summer display or maybe a patriotic for the 250th anniversary of the US on the 4th of July. Something like that. We would love to see your photos. Just make sure when you send them that you include a brief description to go along with your photos. And if you want us to mention your name or not, you can be anonymous. That is totally fine. We've had anonymous shares before, but I definitely could use some more to work with in the coming months. I have a few to play around with, and I have some of Mama Pam's collections that I haven't shared yet too coming up. But you guys can always email us, message me, or maybe you're putting up Christmas in July. Ooh. That would be fun to see.
Good, good.
All right. I did see a couple more people pop in here, I think. Paula Messimer, I did see pop in here. 107 degrees, Kim. Are you melting?
I don't know. At least I think at least with Arizona, they don't get that humidity because I think they're like Nevada.
That's true. That's true.
That humidity that's brutal.
It is
creepiness. That's what.
Yeah, it's it's hot. Buttermilk and Cream and Janet.
Hello,
I saw you guys pop in there, and Heather and Renee. Welcome. Good to see you guys. Okay. I'm assuming you want me to go first, Jason.
Please. It's bad juju if I go first.
Tradition. Okay. All right.
To get some.
Fair enough. Okay. I'm going to start with a piece of jewelry tonight. That's what I'm going to start with.
No humidity.
So Jason and I have kind of a summer activities and patriotic kind of stuff. Both of us kind of have that kind of vibe of things going this week. I know, like, not everybody decorates for the 4th of July. This year's a little special, you know, because 250 years doesn't come around every you know.
Oh, it doesn't.
So I think we have a little bit more that kind of stuff than we typically have. So I'm going to start with a brooch tonight. This is a lovely shooting star brooch. Not, you know, it can be worn for the 4th of July. It can be worn any time. I picked this up to put on a hat, actually, truth be told, and it kind of was a little bit too long for like the hat brim, so it didn't quite work for my hat. But I thought it was lovely nonetheless, and definitely could work for something because it is a nice, good size. You know, if you had a navy blue something, I think that would look really pretty. Definitely, you could wear it at Christmas time too, but it kind of looks like a firework shooting into the. That's what it looks like to me anyway, the shooting star. So it has really lovely, just white rhinestones. Everything is very high quality, like construction wise prong set on there. Joanne, I see you. Thank you so much. No missing rhinestones that I can find. Everything is in good condition. No stamping or anything on the back. It's just kind of simple silver puddling on the backside. It does have a safety clasp, and the point extends past the clasp just a little bit. So there's a little point that extends past there, but that's about it. This measures 3 1/4 by 1 3/4. And I think you could pretty much wear it any kind of direction that you would want. Based on how the pin back goes, I think it would go this way. I think
I like that.
It would be going because the bar kind of goes here, but it really, you could wear it. You could wear it however that you would want. All right, let me get caught up on the chat. I'm so sorry. I'm behind. Nikki Moss, good to see you tonight. And Glowy's here. Hello. And Dusty Move. Good to see you all. Terry's in there. Glowy's back in there. You guys are all back in there. Okay. We're going to find out how bad the lag is tonight together. How about that? So right now, it looks like MJ just popped in there with a 23. So MJ has the high bid at 23. So we're going to do a countdown. Joanne actually just popped in there with a 25. So we're looking for 26 or more. Anybody that has a bid in there is welcome to a just in case during the countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And it's much prettier in person. These studio lights just kind of don't do the rhinestones justice. It's much prettier.
Beautiful. It's showing good on this end.
It is very sparkly in person. I will say that.
That's a classy brooch.
I see you're just in case of 35. Dusty's got a just in case. Glowy's got a just in case. Hey, KP. There is the bid end from Karen. All right. So at the end there, Nikki Moss has the first just in case over Dusty. So Nikki, it's coming to you for 35. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $18. And Tina found these when we were in New Jersey. I have a set of vintage embroidered hand towels, and they're not anthropomorphic, but they did give the butterflies some faces. So you will get both of them. They are in very good condition with no rips or tears. There's no major stains, but there is 1 or 2 little marks. So on there's that little mark, okay? And I did not try to clean them or do anything, but you are going to get both of these embroidered hand towels. So here is your his towel, which he is a dapper little butterfly there. Look at his lips, but look at his bow tie. He's got himself a little bow tie
He is
there.
the dapper bug.
And it says his right here, as you can see. When you open these up, the full measurements, when fully opened, they are just about 18 by 11. So about 18 by 11. So you can see, other than that little mark, they're in very good vintage condition. And I feel like they are a high quality linen. Like I really feel like they are a nice high quality cotton linen. So you're going to get both of them for 18. So there he is. Actually, I think these came from Delaware. I think Tina found these when we were on our way to
you had quite the excursion to Delaware, didn't you?
We did. We took the ferry from Delaware over into New Jersey. And then here is the hers hand towel. Really cute. She's got her little red Donna Reed style top on. And you can see the other colors in the gold and the yellow.
These are great.
Antennas. There's some pinks and pastel colors in there. And again, they're in very good condition with no rips or tears. You can see there is a little mark right there. But other than that, that's the only condition issues that I could find. So I thought these would be really cute for your summer displays. You don't have to use them as hand towels if you don't want to. You can definitely open them up, and you could iron them and use them as doilies if you want to. I think they would look really good in your downstairs powder room, maybe for summertime. So you have his, and he's got blue eyes. Like I said, he's got his little bow tie. He's got his dapper little gold vest on there. And then they have the gold going down as well. And there you can see it's his, and he's got his little arms holding his.
I wonder if that was like a made up pattern, because I've never seen that one. You know, most of them are iron on.
It's funny you bring that up, because I was doing some research on these today, and apparently for a brief time, Brucilla, the one that does all the sequin embroidery,
yeah,
they were selling kits that were just like this. I was able to find some, not the butterfly, but some examples of these. So I'm pretty sure that these were Brucilla kits, and these were probably from the mid to late 1950s. So I think they're really cool to have them around that long. Oh, and she has a lighter blue eye. So her blue eye is a little bit lighter. So 18, and you get both hand towels, and I don't think they've ever been used. And there's minimal staining. Again, I don't know what that is on there. That almost looks like makeup on that. I'm sure maybe that could come off, but I did not try to remove anything. So 18 on them both. I don't see any interest, and we'll bring them back for a recap. Over to you, Amy.
So cute. I've never seen bugs like that on towels. Okay. I have a couple things that were not in my preview. Because I just got them today. So this guy I just got today. One of the estate sales we went to today, the lady had a Kewpie collection. So I got some new Kewpie stuff. And I got one of the chalkware Kewpies in his little sailor outfit. And he's chalkware. He's not super heavy. Sometimes these chalkware can be like really heavy. He's not super heavy. And I picked this one. They had lots of them. Actually, they had lots of different sizes and colors, but this one, the paint was really nice on him. He's going to start at 14, and it's kind of like a light powdery blue, which I liked, and airbrushed little features. He's got his little anchor on his sweater, and he's got kind of scroll work, kind of Kewpie wings going on the back here. There they are. There's his little booty. And this one does, usually these don't have a stamping on them. Joy, I see you. Thank you so much. This one has a 1953 stamping on the back. I know some of these were, from the 30s up through the 50s, and sometimes they're banks. This guy doesn't have a little hole or anything, and he doesn't have a opening at the bottom, but he does sound hollow to me. Right. Like he's not solid chalkware, so he definitely, he could have been a bank, but he's not. He's just a little sailor boy.
He's buff little guy. He's a buff little guy.
I know. And then there's the side profile. So overall condition, like there's just a few little paint, little flecks, but overall he's pretty cute. Measurement for him, he is 8 1/4 by 2.5. So definitely not the largest size of these. There's much larger ones of these out here too. All right, let's do a countdown. Joy's in there at 14, so we're looking for 15 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. So these were like carnival prizes, as far as I know. And there was like Disney characters and nursery rhyme things besides the Cupies. It's not necessarily like it's the condition that is hard to find them like good shape. Usually they're all chipped. They have big pieces missing, or the paint is completely faded off. That is the hard thing to do, is to find them in good shape. Usually I don't. She had a really nice collection. She had probably about 30, but she had just a few of the size, and most of them were significantly larger than this. So, Joy, congratulations. Cupie friend is coming to you. Have you purchased from me before? I cannot remember, but if you haven't, please email me. Thank you so much.
All right. It's going to be a choice round, and it's going to be $14 choice. $14 choice. And these, I'm representing Tina with these. These are her contribution to tonight's sale. So she is partying with some of her enamel pins. They are all red, white, and blue. So they're great, you know, if you're celebrating the old school bicentennial or the 250th, or just going to wear them all summer long, or if you're going on a yacht. I always think of ladies wearing these when they're on yachts. I don't know why. So this is going to be your first one. This one is about 2 3/4 in diameter. There is like a little manufacturing defect. I don't want to say this got chipped, because it'd be hard to chip it here on the side. I feel like that's a little manufacturing defect right here. But when you're wearing it, you don't see it. So this is going to be your first red, white, and blue enamel pin at $14 choice. 2 3/4 inches in diameter. And then you can see the center is white. And then we have the red, white, and blue. And then there's what the back looks like. So there's no rust anywhere. There's no major paint wear except for where I showed you right there on the side. So beautiful Daisy, that's your first one at 14. Your second one and your third one. So when you claim these, are going to go by letter. So this one's going to be letter A. All right, so that's letter A. Then letter B and C, they're the same style flower, but they're reversed in their colors. So this one is that very pinwheel style flower. So you can see the petals are red and white. No paint wear at all. The center is a navy blue. It might be reading black on your screen. Trying to see what my phone says, but these are your traditional red, white, and blue ones. And this one measures 2.5 in diameter. So that's going to be letter B. And then letter C is the same exact, but it's the other colorway. So I thought maybe you would want to maybe purchase them both so that you could wear them together, or you know, however you like the color combination. So Dana, I see you're 14. We're looking for 15 or more. So this one is going to be B. I'll show them again to you in reverse. So that one's B. And then this one's going to be letter C. So it's the same style flower. It is the same exact diameter as the other one. You can see how glossy all three of these are. Janine, thank you so much. I see you're 16. So we're looking for 17 or more. And again, B and C, they're about 2.5 inch diameter. And then the first one I showed you is just 1/4 inch bigger. It really doesn't make it too much, but depending if you're going to wear these or if you're going to style these in a display, that might make a difference. So show them to you in reverse, and then we'll do a countdown. This one is going to be letter C. Thank you, Chrissy. I see you're 17. We're looking for 18. So this is letter C. All right. So that is the one with the red center. Same flower. This one's going to be letter B, but the colors are reversed. And the center is not black. It is the same navy blue as you see on the others. It's just the lighting isn't doing it justice. And then letter A is the first one I showed you. And then we do have a little factory. It has to be a factory defect or a storage. They got scratched in storage, but that's on the side. So we're looking for 18 or more. Let's go ahead and count them down. We are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end, looking for 18 or more. The bid end from Karen G. And this one's A. That one is B. And this one is C. So I see you're just in case, Chrissy. Thank you so much. So this one is C.
I do not. Okay, there it finally came in. Okay, there we go.
B, and that one is A. So it looks like at 17. At 17, Chrissy, you get first choice at 17. So again, this one's A. That one is B. And then this one is C. And then back up is going to be Janine at 16. So C, B. All right, I got you. Thank you so much, Chrissy. I got you for C. Thank you so much. So Janine, I have A and B available. So that one again is A. That one is B. And then behind Janine, if anything is left, it's going to go to, oh, Caroline. I missed Caroline in there. I missed you, Caroline.
Caroline and Dana.
Okay.
Caroline and Dana.
So Janine, B, and then just remember A has that little bit of paint missing on the side. But the way the pin back is, I'm holding it straight. That's the way it's going to wear for you. All right, Janine, I got you for B. Thank you so much, Janine. So then, Caroline, were you interested in A? And if you pass, it'll go back to Dana. Now I'm really feeling the see what the lag is here tonight. So, Caroline, that one could be yours for 15. And that one's letter A. All right. Thank you so much. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you.
All right. Well, I planned this next round because Parmesan finally came and joined us, and he hightailed it out here again. Well, we're going to have a party without him. So I'm saying that because I got these party hats because they're orange cats, and everybody needs to have a Parmesan party, right? I freaking love these. I loved these party hats the second I saw these. Not only are they in their cool original packaging, but I love that it's an orange cat hat. Like, that's what they look like.
They're fun.
I think, we all think that the packaging is cool because I do. I love the font and everything on it. I actually could not find these. I couldn't find an example of these or any other kind of animals that this company made. I'm sure that there was probably matching, paper plates, napkins, tablecloth, that sort of thing. Usually they did that. And it even has like a little spot, like the little collar of the cat. It says, you can write their little name right there. And it has all of the little elastics that you would put in the side of the hat, go around your chin. And it sits up really nicely too. Like, you can hang this. I think you could hang it as a decoration. Otherwise, it's super nice. There's 6 cat hats in there. 6 cat hats. Definitely, there's no date marked on here, but I definitely think these are 60s party hats. They were made in Pennsylvania. Unique Industries.
Philly. Another
quality, fun product from Philadelphia, PA. I just love that cat face. It was Mom and I instantly were like, oh, it's Parmesan. You can have a Parmesan party. I think that's awesome. So the hats themselves, hey, you made it.
He's like, I'm here for the party, Mom.
I heard you talking about me. The hats measure 9 by 7. So 9 inches tall, about 7 inches, at the bottom part, 7 inches. And they are stapled, but you could probably, if you wanted to use them, you could probably make them a little bit bigger. And there's six of them total in there, but the packaging is, just a little bit larger than the hats on the inside. There is a hole here in the front, probably where the store would have hung it, for display. But I just had never seen seen these hats.
That party hat font is incredible.
It's good. It's really good.
Speaking of advertising, John pops in. These would look so great. Like if you did like, I don't know, like a store display for Halloween, I think these would look good.
I was thinking Halloween too.
Yeah.
Like I liked them right now because of, I don't know, like the coloring of the packaging itself. But yeah, I was thinking Halloween would be cool for these two. Definitely. But I will bring those back. If anybody wants to think about having a Parmesan party, got your hats.
Okay. All right. Meow, meow. All right. $18, Amy. $18, Amy. And I don't know why I think this made me think of summer. So I have to bring my third round some kitschy things. So I have this fun set of mouse and cheese. And this is really, when you see what's hiding in the back, I think it comes full circle for these. So $18 on the kitschy mouse and cheese. It looks like he wants to fight the cheese. But what makes this really fun is that it's a souvenir, and it's a souvenir from Janesville, Wisconsin. I think it's very fitting that somebody went to Wisconsin and brought back a big piece of cheese, which is a shaker, and then a little mouse that's a shaker. So there's no damage on these whatsoever. They both measure roughly about 3.5 inches tall and about 3 inches wide. So
that's a big piece of cheese.
That is a darn big piece of cheese. And you can display
I'm not
it
complaining, but it's a big piece of cheese.
If you want to display it on the side like that, or if you want to display it, with him, sitting on top of the cheese, you can do whatever you want. But $18, I do have a Holt Howard cheese container coming up, and I thought this kind of paired well with it. So here is your souvenir piece of cheese. That one is your 3-hole.
I've been to Janesville many times.
Is that anywhere near Elkhorn?
It is.
Is it? Okay.
It's about 36 minutes. Actually.
All right. And then they are old school.
I know that.
They do have their Made in Japan sticker. Thank you so much, Karen. And then here is Little Mouse Friend. He's definitely got some side eye going. No chips or damage to him. And he kind of, like I said, he's wanting to fight that cheese. He's kind of rocky with the cheese. And these are big shakers. So Renee, I see you're 20. This guy does not have his Japan sticker anymore, but he does have his stopper. Now, why do you know, or why have you been to Janesville?
Because we sometimes stay in Janesville.
Gotcha.
We go to Elkhorn. It's not very far. It's not very far of a drive, but
do you think there would have been
sometimes we stay there, sometimes we stay other places around, but we have stayed in Janesville before.
Would there be any significant place maybe that some folks would have brought souvenir shakers back from? Like
there is a store, I don't know if it's in Janesville. It's called the Cheese Castle. The Cheese Castle.
Okay, well,
I don't know if it's in Janesville though.
Maybe these came from the
Wisconsin's known for cheese, so really it could be,
Now, I found these outside of Altoona on our way to the holiday show. So these, whoever went to Wisconsin and brought them back, I think they lived in Western Pennsylvania. So again, very good condition. The souvenir, I think, is just extra. You can peel that sticker off if you don't like it, but I left it on because I thought it was fun, knowing that Wisconsin, is known as the cheese capital. So let's count it down. We're looking for 21 or more on the kitschy salt and pepper shakers. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I'm with you, Renee. He's fighting off them predators like kitty cats and things from his cheese. He's like, get off my cheese, you guys. But these are so cute. If we would have had the room, I would have squeezed them into my display. I think they're super kitschy. We just didn't have the room. So there is the bid end from Karen G. Thank you so much. And Renee, they're coming to you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Yeah, there's lots of cheese. Lots of cheese destinations, I will say. Store destinations.
Gotcha.
In lower Wisconsin, for sure.
Gotcha.
All right, I have a choice round. And these I brought because I think that they're cool summer displays, display pieces for right now or, anytime really. I love these cherry boxes, so I'll start with this one. So I just don't come across these in good shape very often anymore. Now, it does have a little bit of foxing up here on this edge. but for the most part, the bright cherry graphic and the chocolate looks delicious as well on the front. And it also has some great side graphics here. These, I haven't found a cherry box in a good long time. A really long time. Usually if I look for these, I tend to find them and bring them at like Valentine's Day. Yep. But I also like them for the summertime since it's cherry season. Here's the inside of the box. Obviously, it has some. You could tell where all the chocolate covered cherries were in the box, which I kind of like that. I kind of like that. And then there's a little bit on the inside of the lid too. But how many? I think there was a whole pound. A whole pound in here. Oh, 12 ounces. 12 ounces of dark chocolate covered cherries. So I believe this one late 40s, early 50s on this one, or the cherry box. And this is 6.5 by 4 by 2.5 on the rise. And they look great together also. Another reason. So, you know, you got your red, white, and blue covered right there. But not screaming patriotic, but I like it. And I do love a good lard pail. I love these. I can't get enough of these. I like the colors. I like the graphics. You can use them as a riser. This one, I've had a different variation of this one. There's a few out there. I think there's 3 different variations of the Swift Silverleaf graphic wise on the front. This one, it's really nice shape though. Very little wear. It even has a little recipe for biscuits on the side if you want to make some. Award-winning. Here's the bottom. Nice and clean. Just a little bit of wear to the lid. I actually didn't ever open this.
Oh God, if there's money in it, Amy. Oh man.
No, there's nothing in it.
Darn.
There's nothing in there. I don't think I can get the lid off.
As long as you don't hear anything shaking in there, then you know there's no money in it.
Okay, I can't get the lid off.
Okay.
It can come off. I got it most of the way, but I can't get it all the way off. But that came with 4 pounds in there. It does still have the handle. So the lard pail is 6 by 6. Dana, I see you in there. Thank you so much. The handle, I didn't measure that. It's like an extra 4-ish inches if you want to display it with the handle. But these also, if you can, I'm pretty sure you could get the lid all the way off. You can. These make good, you know, stick a big bottle brush tree in there at Christmas time. Those are good too. All right. Dusty Moose, I see your 20. Dana and Renee, I saw you as well. So this is for choice. Winner can take one or both. Let's do a countdown. And we're looking for 21 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
They look really good stacked like that. That's really the good beginnings of a 4th of July display.
I agree. All right. Moose has got a just in case of 36. And there's the bid end from Karen. Ooh, Karen wants some cherry pie. Now I want some cherry pie.
Cherry pie is really good.
Cherry pie. All right, Moose, you didn't need your just in case. So let me know if you want cherries. Cherries or lard? Cherries or lard? Or both. Okay, Moose is after cherries. All right, she's not a lard girl. That's all right. That's fine. Dana, if you would like the lard bucket, or Renee, let me know. So second pick's going to go to Dana. Thank you. Moose. It's got cherries.
Oh, you're right, John. It does. It does.
I mean, it does. Yes.
Yeah.
It certainly does. And fried chicken.
Yeah. Yep.
Dana. Yes. Dana.
She'll take it.
Dana's lard girl. You got it. After my own heart. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh. All right, Amy, this is going to be a quick claim round. So I will show the folks. They're all the same. They're all the same, maybe just a little difference in manufacturing. And I'll explain to you what they are. I'll tell you the price, and then I'll give you a letter to put in. And the first person or persons who put it in, the first person wants all 4 of these, they can have all 4 of them, and then we'll just work backwards. So it's going to be quick claims. These are some of the best Uncle Sam spun heads I've ever had in my life. I found a couple of these at the Midwest Holiday. I shared a few with Amy. Hopefully she can craft with a few of them. But I did keep.
I'm trying to get them done for next week.
All right. I kept a few from me for my collection, and I'm letting the rest go. So hopefully you guys will appreciate these. These are in like new condition. I think the person I bought them from said that they actually had to take them out of the pack because the packs got ruined. So these are pretty special. Usually these Uncle Sam's aren't this detailed. The hats are larger than normal. They're flocked too. The stripes are flocked. Okay. So these are your high class, expensive spun heads. All the faces are pretty good. You know, sometimes they don't do a good job drawing the faces on, and they are, well, yeah, they are all stamped Japan on the back. So you can see they are all stamped Japan. So let me sit the 3 down. Let me show you just randomly one of them. So they measure about 4 inches tall. So a lot of times when you find these, it is a flocking good time, Brian. You're right. Usually when you find these, the only other one, usually they don't do a good job on Uncle Sam. This one's really good. There's another one out there that doesn't have a tall hat. It's a short hat, and then they zigzagged his mustache. I think that looks pretty. They zigzagged his beard, okay? But I have 4 of them to offer you. They're new old stock. They've never been used. They are going to be $10 each, okay? They're going to be $10 each because you can't find these anywhere, okay? So $10 each. And if anybody is interested, please put in the letter U for Uncle Sam. U for Uncle Sam. Oh, God, I got a jumper. I'll get him then. They're going to be $10 each. You put in the letter U. Come here, buddy, if anyone's interested. I see Dixie Cass. That's a new name. Dixie Cass. Welcome in. I like seeing new names, guys. So Dixie Cass, Dusty, and then Caroline. So that's the order we'll go in, and then MJ. Okay. So it looks like I have Dixie Cass first. So I'm just going to sit them down before I drop them. So what I'll do is the first one that claimed will get the best one, but they're all the same. But I will look them over and make sure that as they go out, they go in order. So Dixie, let me know which one how many you want. You can choose 1 to 4. And Dixie, if you're new to me, please just email me your information, or if you changed your screen name and we do know who you are. I don't know. Amy, have you ever had a claim from Dixie?
That is a new name that joined us tonight.
All right. So Dixie, let me know. You want 2 of them. All right, Dixie. So you get 2 of them. So just please make sure you email me. Okay. Dusty, you are next. So Dusty, let me know. Did you want 1 or 2? And then Caroline will be next.
Everybody's saying Sam was trying to jump back in the package.
He was. I'm out of here. All right. So Dusty, you're taking 2 of them. Thank you so much. And Dixie, please email me. In the event, Dixie, that you don't email me, then I will go back to the sale and I'll reach out to the folks that were behind then, Dusty, to see if you want them. But Dixie, just email me. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Awesome. And I can attest, yes, their hats are flocking good because
they are flocking fantastic.
I had not seen those before with flocking hats, so that was new to me too.
And I knew you needed 2 of them to craft with. You need to create.
I just have to figure out their body situation. That's what I have to figure out what I'm going to do with them. I have an idea, but I haven't had time to like tinker with it yet. All right. He wanted freedom.
He did, Renee. He did.
Okay, this is really cool. I have never seen this decoration. This was something I got at the Midwest Holiday Show. And this particular vendor was brand new. He had the most amazing booth. I cannot wait to like share it with you guys so you can like, if you weren't there in person, he had this entire booth of nothing but paper, die cuts, honeycomb decorations, centerpieces, postcards, like just paper stuff. And it looked like you were walking into Woolworths. Like it was amazing. I'd never seen anything like it. So I got this from this vendor and I'd never seen this before. Now I will tell you, it does have some bending, which is why it is starting at 24 and not higher than that. So This is not the antique version. There is a 1920s version of this. This is more of a mid-century version, early 50s on this one. It is Beistel. I have covered up the Beistel. I will undo it and I'll show it to you in a second. But so we have George Washington. You know, he's chopping down his cherry tree like you do. So there is some bending. All the ones that he had, I think he had 3 different ones. And this one seemed to be in the best condition. They all had a little bit of bending here or there. It's mainly the honeycombs that were amazing shape. So we have like red, white, and I've only done half of it, so I can show you kind of how it goes together. So it is a centerpiece, and it has red, white, and blue honeycomb that folds out, and then it also has honeycomb cherries. Some of the ones that like I could see that were online were missing the cherry part. So I'll turn it to the back. So it is like a full circle piece here. So you can see there's like a tab here that you fold over and it goes into the slot over here. And here is the cherry part. So both sides it has the cherries. And how they fold out are really cool. So you kind of fold it down. You don't even need a paper clip or anything. It just kind of turns in on itself and then it turns into cherries. How cool is that?
Amy, that's sort of like the eggs for the Easter basket.
Yeah, like the Easter bunny basket with the eggs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to unclip the other side so I can show you the Beistel. Okay. So here's the Beistel stamping. And here it says Made in the USA. And underneath here it says patent pending. So the antique version will say patent pending and several numbers afterwards. And it's printed on a little bit different kind of paper. This one has a more glossy finish. That's how you can tell the difference if you have the 1920 variation versus the mid-century. But I would say overall, like condition-wise, the honeycomb is really nice on all of them. I'm going to unfold the other side so you can see the other side real quick, and then I'll count it down, okay?
I have never even I didn't even see these in his booth, let alone.
It was just like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. All right, so here's the other side unfolded. I'm not going to do the tab, but I wanted to show you the honeycomb. Like there's not really, sometimes the honeycomb, if it's not stored correctly, can get ripped, mangled, kind of flattened. Both the cherries on both sides are functional and the honeycomb. So I love it. I think it's so cool. Yes, the Beistel Halloween stuff, especially at the Midwest Holiday Show. And this particular vendor had amazing stuff too.
Yeah.
All right, so measurement for this, it's 7.5 by 8.5. And then like when the whole honeycomb circle is out, it's about 4 inches in diameter. So, all right, moose is in there at 24. So we're looking for 25 or more. I'm going to do a countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
No, Minx, there's just one of them, but there's cherries on both sides.
Yeah.
Both sides. The
so
pieces.
It opens up with the honeycomb, the red, white, and blue on both sides, and the cherries on both sides. So it's kind of the same on, it's just kind of different directions. All right, Moose, I saw you just in case you didn't need it. It is coming to you. Thank you so much. I love that.
All right. This is a little higher start, but this is coming from my personal collection. And if you compare this to what they sell for, this is a really good price on this. So it's going to start at $40. I was able to buy like 2 or 3 of these a long, long time ago, and I kept this one for the longest time, but I am going to let it go because I have not used him. So he might be reading green on your screen, but he's a very light turquoisey blue, which I think looks really nice in a 4th of July display. He is made by McCoy. He is very clean. The ones I got actually came from a flower shop, and they were never used back in the day. So they were new old stock. There was actually a shop in Adamstown, and a woman had a stand there that her family owned a flower shop. And when the parents deceased, there was a barn full of planters
that had never been used because they were purchased to have flower displays put in. And when they didn't use them or they had extra ones, they went into this barn. So that is now pretty much depleted. It's not that prevalent around here anymore. But when it was, I was able to get 3 of these, and the other 2 I sold, but I kept this one. So this McCoy planter comes in different colors. It comes in different sizes. And throughout the years, they did different faces, okay? So this is probably the more 1950s McCoy from what I could tell in my research. He is the friendlier Uncle Sam face. Some of the earlier McCoy ones, he's really angry. This one is less angry. And I believe he is the larger one in the 2. In my research, I saw different numbers, but I'm pretty confident that this is the tallest one. He's coming in at 7 inches tall, and he's just about 4.5 inches wide. So there's no real damage to report because he's literally stayed in storage for 40, 50, 60 years, however long they had them. So I do see MJ in at 40. Thank you so much. We're looking for 41 or more. You can see how clean and crisp everything is, all the way down to Uncle Sam's little beard right there. You can see the stars here. Thank you, Janine. I see your 41. This, of course, you could just sit it by itself. If you're fortunate enough to have a plethora of Mercury sprigs, I think it would look fun like fireworks coming out of his hat. That's what the top looks like. Again, I'm trying to show you down in there. It is very, very clean because, again, it was never used. Some little dimpling here, but that's in the manufacturing. You know, if you guys collect McCoy, you know that early McCoy is pretty much known for that, but that's glazed over. There's no major chips, no major condition issues. And if you're really looking for a nice one, this is probably the nicest I've ever had. So Joe, thank you so much. So I see you're 50. We're looking for 51 or more. Let me just spin it around again one more time for you so you could see. And again, this is the larger one, the 7-inch one. Hold it up to my face. Here you can see the McCoy on the bottom. And again, they did make these for a while. They made them a couple different times. So sometimes the ones from the 40s look a little cruder than maybe the ones from the 50s. I believe this one is the latter part of the 40s into the 50s McCoy, or at least that was her best guess. So let's go ahead and do a countdown on him. He is the 7-inch one again, just so you guys know he's not the small one. And we're looking for 51 or more, and we are doing just in case for active bidders. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And these McCoy Uncle Sam's, they decorate with these all year long. This isn't just something that McCoy collectors put out for the 4th. They, put them out all year long. And if you're fortunate to get the different colors, the different sizes, they look really good in a display together. So let me sit him down. I saw Janine in with a just in case, Joe with a just in case, MJ with a just in case, and then the bid end. So it looks like Joe for 66. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations, Joe.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
He's awesome. All right. And hello, Daniel. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in and say hi. We haven't seen you pop in and say hi in a long time. I was actually just thinking about you guys the other day.
Good to see you, sir.
Your ears must have been ringing. I don't know. Good to see you. All right. I have a choice round. These were not in my preview, but I thought I'd bring them. They could work for a multitude of things, but I thought, well, if you want to do a little non-traditional 4th of July decorating, you need some bells, right?
Yes.
I love these. I got these. Was going to save them for Christmas, but I think they can work for right now too. So these are Mercury bead bells. The silver one here is just a little bit bigger than the blue one, but I will show them to you. Now, usually don't pick these up if they are missing any kind of beads or have popped beads. I really try to find ones that are in good shape for these. I don't see these larger ones very often. So the silver one here is a little bit bigger than the blue. I'll put them next to each other and I will tell you measurements. Okay. The silver one is 5.5 in diameter, and then about 6 inches to the top of the bell. This one does not have any missing mercury beads or popped beads or anything like that. These can hang or they can just sit, which is kind of why I thought they would be cool right now, because I mean the silver one kind of looks like the Liberty Bell maybe. These were the only two that I had. I haven't found these in some years. I think the last ones I had was probably like 3 years ago. When Bill and you were at Springfield. How many years ago was that?
Oh my God, 3 years ago maybe?
I think that was 3 years ago. Yeah, that was the last time I had some of these mercury bead bells. Dusty, I see you. Thank you so much. The blue one here, I don't see any missing little beads or popped beads on this one either. So this one is 5 inches in diameter and 5.5 inches tall. So just a little smaller than this one. Of course, they look pretty together. I always look for these. I do. And pink and silver, or pink and gold, seems to be the hardest color to find for these. All right, let me get caught up on the chat. Joe's in there at 25. MJ is in at 21. So right now, Joe's got the high bid at 25. Boost is back in there at 27. See, I knew William would know. It was 2023. I knew he would know. All right, MJ's back in at 28. All right, we are looking for choice. Winner can take one or both, of course. We're looking for 29 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid at.
See, what you can do with those is you can put colored tissue paper in them if you want to decorate that way. So you could put some red or some blue.
They also make a fun, different kind of cloche.
Yes, they do.
Something underneath here. You could do that too. Actually, the last ones I had were pink. I'm pretty sure they were pink.
I think you're right.
All right, Joe, I see you just in case. Moose, I see you just in case. And there's the bell bid end. Thank you, Karen. All right, so Joe, at 45, let me know if you want blue or silver or both. If Joe doesn't take both, Moose, you get second pick. I will look for some more, I promise. Oh, Joe's going to take them both. You got it, sir. Thank you so much.
All right, $25, Miss Amy. And sticking with the summer theme, I think of going to carnivals. And I think of these fun mid-century carnival dolls. Cute. This guy or girl is in fantastic condition. It's actually in new condition because the estate that I purchased it from, it must have spent its life in a dirty basement or in a dirty attic, and it was in its original bag. So the bag I disposed of, it kept our little rubber face very, very clean. I will tell you, in the years or the time of selling these, usually these are like a thinner celluloid face. This one is a little thicker. I don't want to go squeezing it, because I don't want to dent it. But I'm going to say this face feels a little thicker and more on the rubber side than the thinner plastic. I don't want to say celluloid, than the thinner plastic that I'm used to. So I think this one's a little higher quality. I actually believe that this looks like the Carnival toys, but I think you'd have purchased this one in a store. So again, it's in perfect condition. It's getting washed out, but it has its pink bow right there. It has its pink bow. The color scheme on it, I think, is very unique. It has some leopard skin, which is like
it's leopard print.
Leopard design that you don't normally see. It has its original little pom-pom on the top, and the pom-pom is black, okay? And then you can see the face is in very good condition. It's like more like a chartreuse style green, maybe a lime, maybe like a bright lime chest center here, for the shirt part. And it has its red original little pom-pom. So on the back here, it looks like our little friend is wearing chaps almost. They used the same style fabric here, but then these are polka dot in brown and orange. Again, yes, Karen, I think it's very unique. It's very different. If you collect these, I think you're definitely going to want this one to add to your collection. So no smells, no issues. The face is like brand new. Like I said, thank God they left it in the bag. If this thing wouldn't have been, let me just say, like, if you've ever been in someone's house where they use coal to like heat the house, or you've been in an attic in a crawl space and it's like that black sooty ash, that's what was all over the bag of this fella here. And thank God for that bag, because it preserved him or her. So, and he does stand on his own. So if you plant the feet down, they will stand on their own. And it is 18 inches tall. So 18 inches tall on the probably 1950s carnival doll. Again, super cute. Really, really good condition. No call outs. I will say that I'm noticing here, I had just taken it out of the bag this week. There are some extra threads here. So I will trim those extra threads there before I ship it, but there's no rips or tears. So again, I think the color scheme is really unique, something different. I've never seen one like that before. And this is filled with, it's filled with stuffing. It is stuffed. So it's not those pellets, and it's not the styrofoam body. It's actual plush. Like if you ever felt like a Russian Santa, that's what it feels like. So he is nice and sturdy. He's a high quality one. Sometimes the carnival ones have those pellets in, which that's fine. But you can just tell.
I like that one has a plush body, because usually it's the vinyl.
That's another point.
Like the exactly patterned vinyl. That's usually what those bodies are made out of.
Exactly right. Let me get in here. Let me smother the poor little guy here. So look how clean that face is.
I like the dimples. I like that they add dimples.
I do too. And then it has a pink little bow. I love how the colors don't go together, but they do kind of go together. It does, Joe. You're right. It would work for a lot of holidays. But again, these have always been known not as like clowns in my world. They've always been like carnival dolls. So, and again, this one's in very good condition. And the face is, I'm going to go and I'm just going to say that I'm almost certain it's a thin rubber face. It's a thin rubber face. It's not that plastic celluloid if I squeeze here. So it is like that rushed in Santa style face. But $25 if anybody's interested. We'll do a last call for him. Super good condition. That's what his feet look like. So there is plenty of room for him to stand on his own. And he is not like, shitting or anything. I want the cat behind you. Well, Daniel, you email me and I'll hook you up, friend. You email me and I'll hook you up if you're interested in that, because that's going to go to the shop. That didn't sell in a sale last, it was about a month ago. So Daniel, email me if you're interested. We'll put him to the side and we'll bring him back. Over to you, Miss Amy.
All right. And Rudolph is not for sale yet.
No. I'm still in love with him.
All right. This is going to be my highest start item for the sale. I've never, ever seen these out in the wild before, ever. So this was exciting for me to find. I don't find patriotic ceramics very often, but these are good. These are really good. So Lefton did a whole series. There's different holidays and kind of everyday ones. There's also salt and pepper shakers. These are not shakers. These are just little figurines. These are made by Lefton, and they're Uncle Sam and Betsy Ross kissing it up on the bench. And that is their original bench. So they would come with a little plastic bench. Most of the sets came with either a wood or plastic little bench. And oh my goodness. All right. So there's no chipping to them. There is some paint wear that I'm going to show to you. Miss Caroline, I see you. Thank you so much. So we'll start with her. Look at her. So cute. So the cold paint on these, the blue is more of like a matte finish. And same with the red. Okay. So there's a little bit of scratching, and you can see like the brush strokes in these, and that's how they were made. They've not been repainted. She just has like a little bit on her bow in a couple spots, and maybe a tiny little bit on that stripe. Okay. That one, they both have Lefton stickers on the bottom. And here he is. There he is. Pucker up. Same kind of deal with him. Most of the red has the little kind of, and that's kind of the worst spot right there, and the little stripes on the back of his hat. Blue, not so much. Not a whole lot of scratching going on in the blue, mostly in the red. He also has foil sticker on the bottom. And then I'll show you the little bench. So hard plastic, little bench. They did the same one with the Christmas ones. and Valentine's. It has the Made in Japan sticker on the bottom. So these are not shakers. However, these did come from the lady that had over 10,000 pairs of shakers. So I'm not sure why she had these, but she did. I don't know. Maybe somebody got them for her thinking they were shakers, and then they turned out to just be figurines. So they each measure around 3 inches, and then the bench is about 4 inches. Okay.
Am I the only one that wants to imagine these kids were festive? Because these are the same kids in the Valentines, in the St. Patrick's.
They were really into their holidays.
And Christmas. They got dressed up for every holiday.
Every single one. I know they did. And then there's also kind of bigger left-in figurines that kind of coordinate with these guys. I've never seen those out and about either. All right. Caroline's in there at 48. So we're looking for 49 or more. And let's do a countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
I have never been able to find these in person. I've only seen them online. They're so good.
I've never seen the St. Patrick's ones in person either.
I think I sold a set of those. I think
sold you have, but I've never seen that. Okay. There's a bid end from Karen. Caroline, I did see her just in case, but you didn't need them. They are coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, gang, $45. And I have a piece of Holt Howard to offer you tonight. They did do a different version of a mouse at one point. And this little guy here is going to start at $45. I think it does fall into patriotic. I mean, this is it's a little bit on the burgundy side, but it does fall into like a red, white, and blue. And it says our favorite stinky cheese. Okay. So there's no major call outs, but with Holt Howard pieces, there's always these weird little rubs that their porcelain seems to get. So there seems to be this under the glaze. So there is that right here under the glaze. And there seems to be like a little glaze pop right here that's sort of discolored. You can see the little mischievous mouse. That's glazed over. That I just think is in the mold and the roughness. And back here on his ear, I tried to look on my book to see if they were ever painted. I couldn't get a good look, but it looks like there's some sort of like paint that was applied there. And it looks like there's a white little chip right there on his ear. But I'll tell you,
like gold.
It does. And it really looks white. It really looks like a light gray. It doesn't look so white. So this little mouse friend here is the little friend. He's kind of hiding behind, I think, taking a bite of the cheese. And then you have this big eared mouse right here on the other side. They are all in good condition. Lefton and some other companies made some cheese pieces, to make cheese boards with the same style of mice. So they do pair well with that. So it is a Holt Howard piece. There is the sticker. It is the gold Holt Howard sticker. You can verify these in the Holt Howard. I don't want to say price guide, the book that gives you details on the Holt Howard pieces, and $45 for a Holt Howard stinky cheese container. Let me put the lid back on. Again, those are your only small condition issues, and it's in very good condition otherwise. Let me spin it so you can see him a little bit. So the dimensions on the piece are roughly about 4.5 inches tall by about 4.5 inches wide. And these go up and down in price. Sometimes these, rival the pink or brown, tan style mouse. And sometimes these surpass. It just depends. Throughout the years of me collecting and reselling Holt Howard, sometimes these have, rallied that and have sold in the hundreds. But right now, I think the market's a little lower on these. So that's why I'm able to start him at $45. So $45 if anybody is interested in adding a little Holt Howard condiment jar to their collection. And again,
he came from Delaware, right?
Yes, he's a
Delaware mouse.
Yes, he is. We were fortunate enough to acquire a collection from a collector who had passed away, and the wife is letting pieces go of Holt Howard, and we were able to get a few. Tina got to add the spoon rest. We've never been able to get her one, so she was able to add that, and then another 1 or 2 pieces, and then the rest are either going to come to Alive or they're going to go to eBay or to Mother Tucker's. So 45 again, no major condition issues. I know this isn't the little Mary Mouse that everybody knows. I don't even think Holt Howard gave this mouse a name. This was, I guess, their attempt to be more realistic. Although I think he very much looks like a little kitschy cartoon character. And I thought he would pair well with the shaker that I offered. So 45, again, Holt Howard. No date on it. I'm sure it's from the mid-1950s, maybe up to 1962. I did not check my book for exact dates. I probably should have. And again, he measures 4.5 inches tall. So that's base to top and about 4.5 in diameter. We'll just show you the inside again, but we will put him to the side and bring him back for the recap. Over to you, Miss Amy.
Right.
Oh, you're right, Kim. It would make a great little dress.
That would be cute. I mean, yeah, you could totally put cheese in there, but you could put whatever you wanted.
Dusty, you could use it. Absolutely. I mean, you could put some wax paper in that and put the cheese in it, and it would never stain or harm any.
A cheese ball.
Oh, you could. That's really, yeah. And that version, I don't see that often.
I've never seen that version.
No, it is a little harder to find.
I forgot to do my 9 o'clock reminder to refresh. Don't forget to refresh, you guys. Usually I try and do that at the top of the hour, but I totally forgot. So refresh if you haven't. All right. I have, I'm going to bring my other 2 pieces of jewelry. Next, I have 2, and these are rhinestone with milk glass. So these are both glass rhinestone, milk glass with the white, which is not something I typically see. Now, I will say right off the bat, I do not know if these are Juliana or not. I did consult with Tina on these. Juliana did not mark their pieces. They came with a paper tag if they're not there. I don't know because she did sometimes do milk glass stones in her jewelry. I will just say that. I couldn't find either one of these, so I'm really not 100% sure. So these are going to start at 18 for choice, but they are all glass stones. They're not plastic in there. None of them are missing, so those are the 2. I will say the round stones on this one do fluoresce under UV, so there is a little bit of glow to that one, not on the other one. So I'll start with this one. This one I'm calling the white flower. So all prong set, really nice, nice construction, really nice puddling on the back. It does have the Y back setting and safety clasp. So this one here is 2 3/4. Yeah, 2 3/4 on this one.
They're beautiful.
And this one here, this one I'm going to call blue, just to tell it apart from the other one. This one also doesn't have any missing stones. I like that this one has kind of like little stars kind of in the center of that one. This one has more of a riveted style for the setting on the back one. Nice dimension on this one. Also has a safety clasp on the back side. This one is a little smaller at 2.5 inches. I will try, it's not going to show, but I did test it. It has just a very slight, it's not like, going to land a plane or anything. It just has a very slight green glow to it. Probably just a glass clarifier. That's usually what that means. Chrissy, I see you in there. Thank you so much. All right. So those are your 2 choices. This one I'm going to call white. And this one I'm going to call blue. I think they look fun together. So let's do a countdown. Chrissy's in there 18. So we're looking for 19 or more for choice. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
You never see these, at least I don't.
I've been looking for enamel flower pins too, and I haven't these. I found the rhinestones before I haven't found any enamel. Chrissy, I see you're just in case. There is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. Are you guys talking about spam in the chat? Like meat spam? All right. Chrissy, let me know. Oh, she already knows. She already knows what I'm going to ask her. All right. You got it, lady. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $20. This guy's a little more contemporary. I don't know how new he is. I don't think he's like last year new, but he's a high quality, and he's one I'd never seen before. Like he's no German one. I'm sure he's made in China, but he's in really good condition, and he's a good high quality to the point where he actually has a felt jacket on, or a velvet style jacket, and actually wrapped velvet around the hat. So I was confident that he would be compatible with your vintage and do it justice, or your Nutcracker collection. Ha ha ha. And I just think he's really fun for $20. So he is, of course, made of wood. There are no chips to it. Sometimes these cheaper Nutcrackers start to flake off. There's no flaking whatsoever. They actually wrapped some of the velvet here, the velveteen or the velvet here around the hat, which I thought, you know, if it was just a cheapo, I'm sure he was made in China, because I actually feel like if you look underneath, you can see that there was like a round sticker. I'm sure that wasn't Japan, but for them being made cheaply, normally they didn't do that. And these are actually metal. So those are metal that are in there, which that was another thing that I actually had bought him. I was going to use him in my collection, but I didn't. I thought he was a high quality because these are like the push pin. So they're metal. Of course, all the paint is in good condition, like I said, with no chipping. His hair is nice and fluffy. You know, there's no staining to the hair whatsoever. They did continue down with, you know, the wooden little buttons here. That's all painted nice. And then you can see he does have this very nice jacket. He's just in very good condition, and he's not like the traditional ones that I see. And then the flag, of course, is your traditional, made like a traditional American flag of the same material, and it's not broken or any condition issues. So Paula, thank you. I see you're 20. We're looking for 21 or more. Tilt him a little bit so you can see here he's got these really great blue eyes. Again, there's no scuffing. There's no issues. I don't think it's ever been used. You can see that all the blue paint in his mouth is accounted for. I showed you the bottom. I believe at one point there was probably a China sticker on there, but he is in good condition. Even the fact that they took the time to do the gold around the base. He measures about 14 inches tall. So he is about 14 inches tall, and there's not much more I could say. I mean, I don't know if he came to like a Christmas tree shop years ago. I don't know if he was sold at like a Macy's years ago. My best guess is he's probably somewhere from the 90s to maybe 10 years ago. Somewhere in that time frame would be my guess. But I just think he's a really high quality Nutcracker in really good condition. He's not, and I'm drawing a blank on the company from Germany that makes the smokers. Yes, he's not one, he's definitely not. He's definitely not one of those, but I think he could look good sitting next to them. It's not the same quality as them, but for it being made in China, I think they did a doggone good job with him. So let's count him down. We're looking for 21 or more. 21 or more. And we can use it just in case if you're an active bidder. So, the arms do not move. Sometimes that's a big deal. The arms don't move on him whatsoever. So 20, 19. Oh, it could be, Janine. It would be that quality. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I think you hit the nail on the head, Janine. That didn't even cross my mind, but it would definitely be that caliber. And this guy could have been sold at Kmart back in the 90s or the early 2000s, because Kurt Adler did sell some of his things there, and some of the other stores like a Bob's Coss or Macy's or something like that. So there is the bid end. So it looks like it goes to our one bidder, Paula. Congratulations, Paula. Thank you for giving him a good home. Thank you. Thank you.
I mentioned in the chat that Paul and I went to Hawaii. My cousin lives in Hawaii. She lives in Maui. We went to visit. I don't know what year it was, but we went to the grocery store there, and literally they had an entire aisle of Spam. Like so many different varieties, like I've never seen before or heard of. And like huge cans, like this big, like a lard pail of Spam.
Really?
Yeah. Never seen anything like that.
Weird that Hawaii had that. Are they big on Spam in Hawaii?
Yeah, they are. They are. Yeah. all sorts of different flavors. Yeah, a whole aisle dedicated to it. Yeah, they're serious about it for sure. I don't like it. Not my thing. But yeah. I have a pose doll. She is not, she's not for any sort of specific holiday, except she was dressed in red and I thought she could work for something. She is a Bradley 1960s made in Japan pose doll. She's a nice big tall one. And she is marked Japan on the bottom. So wood base. And so she is permanently attached to the base. She's really nice shape. Sometimes these can get a little worse for wear if they're stored improperly. She's got a big old beehive hairdo. She's got a little kind of, so her little bow and her little outfit is kind of flocked velvet. She's got little rickrack trim, and these are her original little millinery flowers that she's holding in her hands. Now she does have wire armature in her arms. So you can kind of pose her arms a little bit differently than how she is styled. We always say with the armature pieces and the stockinette, if you want to bend these, just be careful to not do it so hard. Sometimes that wire armature can poke through. So she does have a lovely hand-painted face. Pretty nice condition on her face. I love when they add in all the different colors into the eyes. Hey, Laura, good to see you. And her little pinky lips. So she does have kind of red hair. Who is that? Oh, that reminds me of now that Laura popped in here. It reminds me of, what is her name?
Oh, gosh.
From Mad Men. What's her name?
Oh my God, yes, she was the secretary. The secretary. Oh my God, what is her name?
What's her name? You guys know what I'm talking about.
But it looks like her.
She reminds me of her. Yeah, for sure.
God. Oh my God, what is her name?
So there's the bottom of her dress. She does have a little petticoat under there.
Yes.
Like the lacy trim. There's just like, I don't know, on the back of the legs, there's just a couple little spots right here on the back of the stockinette. You cannot move the legs any differently than what they are, Joan. Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. But yeah, can you see? I mean, she's dressed a little bit more modest than Joan would be dressed.
But you know what I would do with her, Amy? With her arms, I would put like a Valentine's Day postcard in her. Then I put a 4th of July.
Totally make her hold stuff. I originally
She's
was going to craft with her, truth be told. I was going to craft with her, but
I mean, not only at 36, but you're getting all those holidays. You could put like mistletoe in her hand at Christmas. You know, so you're getting like a multitude of holidays to use her for.
So she is a nice big one. They did these much, much bigger than this.
Yeah.
This is kind of like a medium size, I would say, and smaller. Of course, there's all different sizes of these. She is 16 and a half inches tall and about 6.5 inches wide. Kind of depending on how you do her little arms, but that is her. And her hair is really nice shape. I kind of was going to show the back of it. Really nice shape. She was stored pretty well on her. But we'll bring her back. It's fine. Joan, we'll bring Joan back.
All right. This is one of my highest price items tonight, and it's going to start at $48. Okay. But this is an original, and I actually bought this a couple months ago and had intended to bring it to a live, with Amy here on YouTube. This is an original lithograph print. This is actually from an era called the Centennial, which was the 100-year birthday of the United States. And if you're a Victorian lover or an ephemera lover or a patriotic lover, I think this print's going to really be for you. And it's one that doesn't come around that often. This is the real deal. Now, this was also framed a long, long time ago. It would have been maybe a little extra paper on the top and the bottom. I do believe that's gone so that the person could frame it. There is a little bit of wear to the piece, but this is super old. This is an antique. It is from Actually, it is this is an original from 1876, the centennial of the United States. Okay, so this is a print that was actually an illustration by Thomas Nash. It's Nast. It's N-A-S-T, Thomas Nast, and it is Yankee Doodle is what it's called. So this is one of the first times we actually see the use of Uncle Sam, and he is signing his version of the Declaration of Independence. And then it says here, we'll turn it around here so you guys can see, it says Yankee Doodle. And it says, declares himself free from King George. So this is a pretty known print that doesn't come around that often. This would have been something that would have been purchased. It also could have been in a publication. I couldn't find a magazine that it would have come out in, but I believe that these were sold at the Centennial, and then folks would go ahead, trim them, and frame them. So let's get in here. You can see the little dots on it. If I get up close, you can see there's a little bit of wear to it. This person who framed it actually wrote there on the bottom, and they did attach that to it. If you don't like that and you reframe it, you can cover that with, a border or something. But again, this is the real deal. I actually love the old style frame. I don't believe that the glass is from that period because I'm looking for little imperfections in it, but I believe this piece was probably framed 60 or 70 years ago. So the glass in the frame isn't as old as the print. So I actually love the fact that they actually took these flathead nails and drove them into the back, and then they added the string. The individual who framed it actually wrote on the back, so you'll have all the information on the front. So again, these don't come around that often. If they do, they have a ridiculous price on them. I saw everyone's bids. Chrissy, I see you're 48. Dusty's in at 49. Christopher, I see you're 50. And again, this is one of those pieces like you would see at the holiday show where they have like all the old, early patriotic things, and if you're into Victorian patriotic things or, USA style things, this really, this is what you need to hang on the wall or have in a picture frame behind it. So I measured the frame. Okay. I didn't measure the inside because I don't know where it starts or where it really ends, but I'll give you the dimensions of it in the frame. And it comes at about 10 by 11. So it's almost a square. But it comes in at 10 by 11. So let me just show you the illustrations here. Again, very Victorian, and especially for this to be colorized, that was a lot of money back then. I actually love the tethering right here. I'm trying to show if I can get my finger up here. The tethering to it, it shows how authentic it is. I think it gives it character, but there's no real stains to it, no other major condition issues to report. The one S on the top for, I think that was for US back in the day. Yeah, Uncle Sam had US on his hat. And I love the big feather draping over the exaggerated feather. And then, of course, his feather pen there as he's signing himself away from getting away from the nasty, nasty English. So let's go ahead and do a countdown on it. It's a really fun piece. They're getting harder, and they're even very unique and harder to find. And I do think it's been framed for at least 60 years. So 52 or more, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. 5 hours, Karen. I believe it. And apparently the Sesquicentennial and the Centennials were big celebrations. The Centennial was a huge celebration. They said it that the Bicentennial, I don't know which was bigger. I don't know that this one's going to be that big of one, but some of those other ones were. So thank you all for those bids. It looks like our two biggest just in cases was Dusty and Nicole. Nicole over Dusty for 67. Am I right, Amy? I'm a little rusty.
Yep.
Right. Nicole, thank you so much. Thank you all for the bids. Congratulations.
Congratulations. That's a cool piece, Jason.
Thank you.
All right. I'm going to bring an antique piece as well. Actually, this is going to be for a pair of items, and I'll show you what the pairing is. So first, I loved this the second I saw it. I've always liked these.
These are good.
With the Lady Liberty on here. I just love that graphic. So this is a Columbia phonograph cylinder. So the actual piece that would play the music is not in here. However, I've added something else in here, okay, that will be coming along with it. Now, this is antique. I like that it has all the different cities listed on here where Columbia distributed their records, and I think that's cool. I just like this. There's a different variation of these cylinders out there, but this one, I prefer this one with the coloring on it. Now, usually the number on the top here coordinates with whatever the music was, but there wasn't anything on the inside of here. No, I have not, Nikki. So I'm going to pull out what's coming along with it. So here we go. So it's coming with some blue mercury bead garlands, because it fits in there just perfectly. It fits in there perfect. So it's lined in some cotton batting. So that would be what would protect the music in there for the phonograph, but that was not in there. So no longer in there. So it's kind of just the display ability with Lady Liberty on there. But I did pair the mercury bead garland to go along with it. And it kind of snakes in there and it fits perfectly all the way to the top. Now, the garland, I have measured it. Let me get the two ends here. So there are a couple popped beads, FYI. There's a couple popped beads down in here. These are pretty easy to remove. If you don't want those in there, you just kind of take some pliers and just snap them all the way off. And then you can tighten down the ends with the cardboard circles. So these would be like factory standard, either circles or stars. And you kind of just adjust the cardboard down. And there were, some other ones. There were some other ones over the years, and that's kind of why there's extra string there. And I only do the measuring here. Let me get caught up in the chat. Renee, MJ, Dusty, I see you all. I only do the measuring for the actual bead length, not counting the extra string and bits at the end. There is some little wire on the end of each of these to attach to your tree or to attach wherever you want to attach it to. The garland is 84 inches of beads. So a good length, definitely for sure. And the phonograph cylinder, this is 4.5 by 2.5. I just love that.
These are getting increasingly hard to find.
Yeah.
Especially, I've seen them in the plain colorway, but to find them in the blue.
Yeah.
They're really,
that's why I was like, ooh, yes.
Yeah.
Great riser, just a great piece of like paper.
Right.
You know me and ephemera stuff. I had to have that. And oh boy. Get to this place. We kind of went. I'm going to tell a story real quick.
Yeah.
The outdoor market that we were going to ended up getting rained out. So I was like, let's go somewhere new. And so I picked Berlin, Ohio. Okay. If anybody recognizes Berlin, Ohio, it is the largest Amish settlement in Ohio, and there's only one road off the main highway that goes there.
And you're talking like my area.
Like 20 miles, miles on this. It looked like Pennsylvania, like winding, hilly, and full of horse and buggies. Like it took us like 3 hours to get to this antique place.
Oh my goodness.
Where this came from. So it's been some places. That's for sure. Okay.
Okay.
That's my story. All right. Joanne, I see you at 25. Janine. And Dusty, MJ, Renee, I saw you all in there. Thank you so much. So that is the pairing. We're going to do a countdown looking for 26 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They did have some cool antique places in Berlin, Ohio, but it was an experience to get to Berlin. I will say that. All right. Nikki, I see you're 27. Renee's got a just in case. MJ and Nikki all have just in cases in there. There's Kieran's bid end. All right. After the bid end, I'm seeing Dusty and Nikki's 40. So before the bid end, I think MJ is going to be my winner at 37 over Renee's just in case. So thank you so much.
All right, Amy, this is going to be a quick claim round. So they're identical, condition just a little different, but they're the same things. I'll explain to you guys what they are. I'll tell you how much they are, and then I'll give you a letter to put in, and then the first person can claim it. If there's multiples, you know, whatever. So there'll be 2 of them, and I'll show you just one. So this is pretty famous here in my household and locally to me. This is Fraliner's saltwater taffy from Atlantic City. There's 2 I grew up eating, Fraliner's or James's. Ironically, Fraliner's eventually bought James's. So they're pretty much the same now. So I have 2 of these original saltwater taffy boxes, and these are probably from the 1950s, okay? This artwork on the front, it actually tells you on the side that this was commissioned. The Fraliner's family did commission it, and this is Atlantic City at twilight, okay? So I know a lot of folks never saw these boxes before. You can't get these original Jersey Shore taffy boxes where you're from, and these are really fun to use in your summer displays, okay? And this is Atlantic City, is close to Victorian era or early 1900s Atlantic City that you could get. So this would be really fun to use in not only an early display, you could use it in your mid-century display. So you have choice of 2 Fraliner saltwater taffy boxes. They each measure about 9 by about 8 1/4. And then on the side, they measure about 2 1/4. So this one has a little dimple up here. But the thing about this box is not only do you get the great, you know, the nautical style rope, the Fraliner's font, you get Atlantic City at twilight, but this side here, and Amy, you might enjoy this side. This is my favorite side.
Good. I love the graphic on that.
Of the saltwater taffy box. So if you're into and you want to display it from the side, you can. And then, of course, it says saltwater taffy from the world's playground, and it's Fraliner's of Atlantic City. So if you liked the old, you know, the old beach bunny style things, you know, with it wasn't Connie Francis. Who was in those movies? It was all the teenagers. Oh, she was one of the Musketeers. Annette Funicello. If you liked those kind of movies, right here it is. Look at the little inner tube. Look at her sunbathing. That's your typical 50s beach right there. And it's on both sides. Exactly. The beach blanket bingo. You're exactly right. So this would be fun in your display that way. So you can display it from the front or from the side, and I have 2 of them. So I have 2 of them. Yes, exactly. Gidget Minx. You're exactly right. That too. And this one has like an original little tag on the side that said it held 2 pounds of saltwater taffy. So they're only going to be $20 each. And these candy boxes are going to be the next big thing. If you think folks are going nuts over Halloween candy boxes and Christmas, these taffy boxes are right behind. There was one I tried to get at an auction recently. It went up near $200. Like, these boxes aren't getting any easier to find. So mermaids, nautical, I have 2 of them. They're $20 each. And if anyone's interested, put in the letter A for Atlantic City. A for Atlantic City. And they're just $20 each. I'm sure in 5 years from now, they'll be going even higher than that. So if anyone's interested, again, I know a lot of folks can't get the saltwater taffy boxes where you're at. But I was fortunate, and I have these in my collection because I've collected these boxes for almost 30 years.
You have some great. I mean, I've seen your collection in person.
Yeah,
you have some.
I have these, and I have them in different sizes. So Caroline, you're first. Let me know. Did you want 1 or 2? And then if there's any available, Minx, you'll have backup. So Caroline, let me know if you wanted 1 or 2. And they're both in pretty much the same condition. This one you can see has a little bit of wear in the corner. And then that one had the little bump in the corner, but they both display about the same. Okay, Caroline, I got you for 1. Minx, did you want the other one? If you do, just confirm. And it looks like you both can have them. I just want Minx to confirm. Then you can have the other one, Minx. And Caroline, I got you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Congratulations. Okay. I never see taffy boxes.
No, if you're not around here.
Well, I've been trying to find some of the ones that you collect specifically. Right. It's not like I've run across any, but I do look for them. I just don't. All right. This is going to come for the whole set plus a bonus item that wasn't in my preview. Okay. So I have, these were originally like the little fabric panels that you would sew together. So they would have come, and I brought these because they're all kind of red, white, and blue in their little outfits. Now I will say, And I have Mr. Wolf too. But I will say, like, when I did not make these, this was how I found them, all sewn up already. They do have a little bit of staining, FYI, on the back. Okay. Not as visible on the front. This one is kind of a little bit on that side. But I love their expressions. I love their little outfits. Okay. So Moose, I see you. Thank you so much. Here's the three little piggies. Look at them. Aren't they cute?
I love these.
So yeah, they all have a little bit of, I don't know if that was from storage. They don't have like any weird smells or anything like that. They don't smell like they were stored weird. I'm not sure. But they're very well made, and they are just stuffed with cotton batting. MJ, I see you. Thank you. And here's Mr. Wolf. I love him too. And there's his little, I love his little patchwork breeches. He's very cute. So the wolf is a little bit bigger. He is 13 inches. And then all of the pigs are about 9 inches. Okay. So there's the three pigs and the wolf. And then I can't have those without the book, right? So the book was not in the preview. I kind of ran out of room. So the Three Little Pigs book, this is from 1956, Whitman Publishing. Cute graphics. They're not quite dressed the same. I tried my best. I looked for a really long time, for like 4 months, trying to find a Three Little Pigs version that had the same kind of, but I couldn't. So, but I wanted to include the storybook in case you want to, read it to the grandkids or the kids. Then you got the storybook to go along with all of the characters as you read along. So pretty good condition overall on the little book. Nikki, I see you. Thank you so much. The little tell-a-tale book. All right, so there is the whole lot together. But yeah, I specifically wanted to bring these like kind of, because they're kind of red, white, and blue. So if you wanted to decorate with them, hey, there you go. Instant display, right?
They also look like they're wearing onesies, like swimming trunks, like back in the old days.
Like, they're all kind of a little different. This one has like little overalls that button in the back. This one has little overalls that button in the front with little heart buttons.
I love that.
There's the back. And then this one has little overalls with like just pockets.
He's got like a front butt.
They're all different. I love them.
Oh okay. My God.
You definitely could. Story time would be fun with these. Okay, Nikki's got the high bid right now at 18. So we're looking for 19 or more. I can't hold them all. My goodness. We just need Little Red Riding Hood. And then we would have even more things to hold. All right, let's do a count. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
These are so good. I really liked these in your preview. If
I couldn't actually find like a set of these that were made. I could see like the panel uncut.
Right.
So I could see like, and I think that this is from the 60s, like the fabric panel part would have been from the 60s. Okay. Let me get caught up in the chat. Lots going on there. Just in case from MJ. Aaron popped in there. Hey, Aaron. Dusty's got a just in case. So does Nikki. Aaron got back in there. There's the bid end. Moose, your 41 came in after the bid end. I know their noses are pretty funny. I like their cheeks. Okay. So at the end there, it looks like my high bid is going to be Nikki at 36, I think. Yes. Congratulations. They are coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $28. And Tina allowed me to bring some mermaids. Some mermaids to tonight's sale. So if you think of summertime and decorating, I think of Florida souvenirs and mermaids and all that fun stuff. So these are salt and pepper shakers. So they're in very good condition. They're actually a set that you don't see that often. I did, check with Tina. You don't see them that often, and these are in superb condition. So these aren't bisque. They're just like a flat mat. They're almost like a thinner ceramic. They're almost like a chalkware feel almost. So I'll try to cover her up here. She is
I've never seen
little,
these before.
no,
these are new to me.
These are a really unique set of shakers. And if you don't like the fact that they say Florida, I'm sure you could clean that off the stone there, but I sort of like it. So mermaid pieces to actually offer $28 is kind of hard to do these days, but I do have a set of these and they are made in Japan. Mermaids. She has her 2 holes up here and she's sitting on seaweed. So what I really love is she's sitting on seaweed and the fin part of them are pastel. So it's not only it's a mermaid, but it's also the fact that, you don't see a lot of mermaids in pink or in blue in this case. So she's a blonde in super good condition. This one here in blue measures about 4 inches tall by 2.5 inches wide. So if I can get it to focus on her face, and then of course there is some nudity. So I'm trying, but it's hard to show. And there's no condition issues. They have their original stopper right there. So you can see she has original stopper. So there she is. And then this one here, she's sitting on a rock. And it does say Florida. I'm sure, it's all cold paint. I'm sure if that bothered you, you could maybe glue shells over it or paint over it, or maybe just quickly take a magic eraser over it. But I kind of like the fact that somebody went to Florida and brought these mermaids back as souvenirs. Maybe they went to that Wiki-Waki or whatever it is, Wiki, that's it. I always say it wrong. The Wiki-Wachi, maybe they went there and these were souvenirs from there. That's what I'd like to kind of pretend. So here she is.
I loved that place as a kid. Loved it.
Did you actually, you actually went there?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I have a picture with mermaids sitting on a bench.
Yeah. Someday.
I do. As a child, I got to dig that out.
They still do that, right? You can still go there.
I think it's still open. I think last year, because I found a souvenir from Wiki-Wachi, one of those wax, like molded wax things from there last year. And I think when I was talking about it, somebody said that it's still open.
I should really go there. That would be fun. Because what those women have to do to learn to hold their breath, to go down and swim like that, that's a big deal. So there she is with her mirror. I don't think it's her brush. I think it's her mirror there in her hand.
Definitely a mirror. Definitely.
Her mirror right there. And she's somewhere between a ginger and like a strawberry blonde. And again, her flipper there is in pink. Boy, everything's getting washed out. There you go, is in pink. And then together, they're just a cute little set of mermaids. So I think I see Christopher. Thank you. In at 28. Let me put them up here on my board. And we're looking for 29. And let's go ahead and do a countdown on them. And again, these are super unique. I don't know the manufacturer. I didn't even get a chance to look them up in Tina's mermaid book. But she said we could offer them up for sale. So 29 or more, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. It's funny coming from all different parts of all of us are from different parts of the world or country and how we say things different. In my world, it's always been she's got her mirror right there. I don't. I know. I'm sorry. So
we just enjoy that you say it that way.
There is the bid end, and it looks like Christopher, friend. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Oh, those are cool. Yeah, I've never seen those before. And Renee confirmed that yes, it is still open.
Okay.
I would like to go back there too.
That would be fun.
So I want to say the last time that I was there, well, the first and only time, I think we only visited once. I was probably 7 or 8 years old. Probably.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I got to dig that picture out and show you guys. Because, like, before you go in and watch them swimming, you can get your picture taken with the mermaid. And so that's why she was sitting on a bench,
Gotcha.
All right. This is a choice round. And it is between Siamese cat items, although these are not really necessarily the same thing. Okay. But they're both Siamese cats. So first off, we're going to start with some kissy shakers. So these are from the 10,000 pair collection. These did come from her collection. I had never seen these before, so I thought they were stinking cute. I love a good kissy pair of salt and pepper shakers. So these are made by Nesco, surprisingly, but more late 70s, early 80s Nesco. which I'm fine with. I don't run across that sticker very often at all. There's no chipping or anything to either one of them. No cold paint that you have to worry about either. They're just really nice condition. I like that this one is kind of like up, like his feet are kind of up in the air. Like, I like how that one's molded. You could also probably put them like that too. You know, you wouldn't have to have them together. But 3 hole on one, 2 hole on the other. So that is choice number 1. There's a place in Texas called Aqua Marina Springs that has mermaids and a swimming pig. Oh,
a swimming pig.
A swimming pig. That's an added element of surprise.
Okay.
All right. The second choice here is this really nice condition. Sleepy, like sleepy Parmesan back there. Look at him. Can you guys see him back there?
Yeah, he's zonked out.
He's in a ball and he's upside down. I love a good sleeping cat. But this is made by Dakin. So it does have the tag here. So Dakin, made in Japan, Dakin. Really nice condition on this cat. It is stuffed. Sometimes Dakin could do the sawdust, but this one does feel like fiber fill on the inside. He has kind of like that stiffened felt for the little closed eyes and a little embroidered pinky nose. His little whiskers are still there. It feels like mohair, but it's not mohair, meant to mimic mohair, but very soft. He's just taking his little cat now. Very nice shape. I haven't come across one of these in a really long time. So there's the bottom, very nice and clean. So those were my 2 Siamese cat items. The shakers, let's see, are they going to fit? There we go. The shakers are, wow, I measured these. I know I did. They're about 2 3/4 inches.
I have never seen these cat shakers before.
I wondered if you had seen those. I know you guys are shaker people. I wondered if you'd ever seen those before. The cat is about 12 inches long and about 3.5 inches to the top of the ear. Meow, meow. So we'll bring those guys back and we'll get Jason going.
All right. This might seem like a lot, but you guys will have to trust me on this. It's going to start at $30, okay? And about 2 months ago, I bought a collection of candy containers, okay? And I found 2 of them. One of them, not in the best condition, but this one's in really good condition. So these are early milk glass candy containers, and these were known as the Uncle Sam hats. So some of them have a bunch of painting. Some of them had just some things painted. I don't know if this one's missing stripes that were on it, but all of this gold still remains on the stars. So these are super collectible. And if you look them up online, you'll see that this is a third of what they usually go for. So this isn't one of those match holders. This isn't one of those Fenton style hats. This is the real deal early candy container. So when they sold, they would have been sold upside down like this. And they would have had a wafer over top that. And then candy or little toys would have been on the inside for a little youngster to play with. So there are no chips or cracks on this piece. It's in very good condition. $30 is a really good start price for this early milk glass. If you hold this up to the light in person, you will see a slight ring of fire. And this is really nice to add into your St. Patrick's, into your 4th of July display. So some of the cardboard hat containers are hard to find. These are just as hard to find. So this measures about 2.5 inches tall, and then it is roughly about 3.5 inches across. So I know some folks might think $30 for a glass hat, but you can't really just go find these anywhere, and especially any that have original paint and ones that don't have chips to them. And if you do want to find one, you'll have to go to another platform and you will have to pay 3 times what I'm starting this one at. So $30 if anyone's interested on the almost antique milk glass Uncle Sam candy container hat. So it's really fun. You could decorate it this way. You know, you could put something coming out of it. You can definitely know that it's going to, you know, teeter a bit because it isn't flat, you know, but you can sit it like this and offer this up into your displays. And of course, you can use it all year long. So I do see you, Joanne. Thank you so much. I see Renee in at 30 as well. So we're looking for 31 or more. And sometimes they come that this was all painted black. The other one I have is painted black. I don't really care for that all that much. And some of the other ones I was able to find online did have that they were painted. Some show and claim that they never were painted and they just did the stars. I'm sure they did all sorts of different things, because now what is a coveted piece and made of good material, they would have played with these and discarded them, years ago. Now that it's glass, it's a high quality piece. So Timmy, I do see your 32. I did see Joanne back in there in at 33. So let's go ahead. I'm just trying to keep up with the chat. Any idea of the manufacturer? I do not. If I was to guess, I would say maybe Consolidated Glass. This seems to be something that they may have made. My best guess would be Consolidated. I know Karen is hopefully in the chat here, Karen Williams. If you know, please educate if you know. My guess would be, though, I would go with Consolidated. And it could be. It could have been, and it would have been, and Jeanette Glass also made candy containers, but this one is much earlier than those like 40s and 50s candy containers. This would have been more the late 20s into the Depression era. And when they were still making that thicker earlier milk glass with the Ring of Fire. But my guess, Minx, I'm going to go with Consolidated Glass. Maybe someone else knows. So Timmy's back in at 35. Let's go ahead and do a countdown on it. And there are no marks in Westmoreland. Okay. Karen says Westmoreland as well. Could be. Oh, and there is a number 3 on the inside. There is a number 3, but I'm not going to be able to show it. So, all right, let's count it.
One of those. Never seen one of those.
36 or more. I know these are super hard to find. And if anyone does put them online, they call them match holders, and that's not what they are. This right here, this was a candy container. So, Joanne, I see you're 36. Let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. There might be some roughness, but there are no chips, which also helps me date that this is one of the older versions of it. I don't think it's like Centennial era, but it's definitely early. I'm going to guess 20s or 30s. And they would have put some kind of candy on the inside. So there's our bid end. So it looks like we had Timmy with a just in case of 46, but Renee had a just in case of 50. So Renee, it's coming to you for $47. Great get, guys. Thank you so much.
Awesome. I like the size of it too, because it's much smaller than like the Fenton hats, the Daisy Button hats. Much smaller than that. I like that. All right. And hey, Critter Girl, good to see you. All right. My next round, this is for the pair. I have brought some of these before, and I was waiting. So there's 2 of these here. Okay. So these are Betsy McCall paper doll pages from magazine. Both of them are from 1953, and she has written July on the bottom of this one. The other one is June. So I'm going to show you the first one. And why I brought this one, Miss Betsy McCall has a parade, because it's a little 4th of July little parade. Isn't that fun?
So
Look at the dogs. Look at the dogs.
I love that. With their bow.
And yeah, so the little story that goes along with it, and then it comes with her sister, Barbara, there. And then there's their little Barbara wore her red dress with the turtleneck Dickie on the 4th. And Betsy thinks her red, white, and blue dress looks very patriotic. And then Betsy's mother says this dress will be good for school in the fall, and she plays the flute. How fun. So that is number 1. So these came out of McCall's magazine. So that's number 1. And number 2, kind of going with Jason's other theme tonight, is At the Seashore. So Betsy McCall meets a sea monster. So we do not see Jimmy very often. From what I understand, he's a little bit harder to come by on some of the paper dolls. So they're at the beach, and it looks like the dog got into some seaweed and then they think he's turned into a sea monster. The poor dog. It's coated in seaweed. And there's the writing at the bottom. For June 1953, there's Jimmy's little outfit with his bucket. She's got the little play suit and the ball, and there's his little terry cloth. So that is the second one that are coming together. June and July. That's what I thought I would pair these two together. Patriotic and beachy. Can't get much better than that. And of course, there's little stories and things on the other side of that, but these are good for framing. Good for framing. That's why I thought I would bring them this time. And we'll bring them back and we'll get Jason going.
All right. It'll be $8 choice. And I do have some patriotic postcards. Okay. So these are $8 choice. I think Amy can attest, trying to find 4th of July or patriotic postcards to resell is very difficult. So they're not hard to find, but they're hard to find at a price point to offer. So they do have a little bit of wear to them, and I think they're each unique. But I wanted to have a choice round. So $8 choice. They are typical 5.5 by 3.5. This will be your first one. I love the devilish look on this girl's face. She has her little sparkler there, and it says 4th of July with her firecrackers. Okay. So this one is, I'm trying to see, this one is a 4th of July series. And I think this one was printed in the United States. So I believe this one is a United States one. It's an earlier one, and you can see the thick embossing on it. So this will be your first choice, letter A, $8 choice. Little sparkler girl here. Look, you can see she's tossing them out of her hand. They're popping there on the ground, and it says 4th of July, sort of in the smoke coming out. And she is up to no good, that face right there. So this will be your first choice at $8. Okay, that one. And there's a little wear on the corners, nothing major. This one I had to get and try to offer up. Yes, there's a crease in it, but boy, does this just have a good look. And I think this one is also part of the series with the girl I just showed you. And it's the 3 little kids right here, all dressed up in their patriotic attire. You can see there is a little crease in it, but boy, this was super cute. You have the little sailor boy there with his little ship in his hand. You have little Lady Liberty holding the flags. It says 4th of July. And you have the other little fellow there kind of as a little Yankee Doodle soldier, I think. So this one does have wear, but again, I think this is really fun and unique. I also like the wear to some of these. I think it fits in and gives it a style and aesthetic, you know, in your display. So, or maybe mean older sister, could be. So this will be your second choice. So this is letter B. Boy, we got a heck of a lag. Letter B on that one. And again, $8 choice. This one here is a crossover. This one is George Washington's birthday. I did grab it because I thought it would look good in with your 4th of July. You know, there she is. I think she's sort of, I don't know. I feel like she's celebrating George's birthday. Maybe that's Martha. I don't know. You know, after George's passing, and you can see George's birthday. This one here is post-dated 1913. And I think this one is painted. Yeah, this one, I think this one is printed in Germany. So I think this one is a German printed one. So it's a really nice thick one. So $8 choice on the postcards. I see you, Dusty, and at 8. Thank you so much. So this will be letter C. I just think that in this one, you can see the high glaze on it. Now, D, you're going to get the pair of these. You're going to get the pair of these. Okay, these I had sat to the side. These were the only ones I had up until a month ago. They must have come out of something that somebody had glued them in. Okay, but they do display well. So you're going to get both of these in this choice round. So letter D is going to be George Washington here in his battle. And then it says 4th of July. So it says 4th of July greetings. I'm pretty sure that's George Washington. Yeah. And that would be the battle. Yeah. And you can see on the battlefield there, you can see the cannon off to the back. And then both of these are part of that series. So you're going to get this one here as well. So these two come together as a choice. So they come together as a choice. And I think, let me see, I should have wrote down, I forgot that I normally did that. I think these were printed in the US.
So these were US printed. So they're both 4th of July. So I'll quickly go in reverse. We're looking for 9 or more. So if you choose this letter D, you'll get both of those postcards. Letter C is going to be C for Cherry, for George Washington's birthday. Again, very good condition. The one that's probably in the worst condition is B here. But doggone it, I couldn't let that behind with these fun 3 little kids sort of in their early attire. So that one is B. And then the first one I started with was A, which she kind of does look like she could be their devilish older sister. And I thought they went well together, and they should because I think they're part of the same series. So it's A, B, C, and then D for the other 2. So 9 or more. Let's go ahead and start a countdown. Dusty's in at 8. We're looking for 9 or more. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. What did he do, Amy? I wanted to ask.
Oh, there's a stink bug on the wall, and he feels like he wants to get it. Of course.
Gotcha. I got you, Sandra. I see you, Dusty, with it just in case. Thank you guys so much. And again, it took me forever to try to get a few.
I didn't even find any this year.
It was, I mean, if you wanted to pay 40 or 50 a card, you could have them, but I couldn't find them. So Dusty at $10, you get first choice. Sandra, you'll have backup. This one's letter A. I think that's so cute. And then B, I thought they went well together. So A, B, C is George Washington's birthday. And D, you're going to get both of the battlefield ones. So both of those. And again, they must have been in a scrapbook. But I think that's so fun because you can see that they actually like hologrammed it on the back because they're so embossed. Actually hologrammed on the back a little bit. So that's A, C, and D. Gotcha. A, C, and D. Thank you, Dusty. So B remains. Yep, B remains. So Sandra, let me know if you were interested in B. And that could be yours at $9. And if not, we'll bring it back during the recap. Thank you so much. I did. I think I did. Did we? No, I don't know. But yeah, you can find some on Whatnot. I should go over there to source. Thank you, Dusty.
All right. Parmesan. I don't need him trying to jump on the top of the doorway.
Gotcha,
like,
Sandra.
You know, at the top of the doorway. That's where the stink bug is. All right. The storms are starting to roll in. I hear the wind picking up outside. So, okay. This is a single shaker. It's going to start at 16, but it is a Napco tall boy or long neck single shaker. I don't have the mate to go this one, but I love this one. This is so cute. It is a little orange cat, and he is called a cat. It's actually called the kitty shaker. See it marked on the bottom. Kitten shaker from Napco 1956. What I was doing previously, there's some salt. There's some hardened salt in there. I will get the rest of it out, so don't worry about it. But there is some salt that is left in here. But he's this very dapper, very happy cat in his little hat. Kind of the same kind of hat that I like to wear. Kind of little. And there is the back of him with the little 3 holes. Now, there's a couple little flea bites that I'm feeling on the ear, or maybe it's just roughness I can feel there. But he's just a happy guy, and he's got a polka dot bow tie around his big long neck, and then he's kind of like just a tiger striped cat, and his little tail kind of goes along the backside. I love these tall neck shakers. Not easy to come by without repairs or broken. You can imagine these, would topple over quite a bit, but they make very cute figurines. And I brought him tonight because of his little blue attire. He looks like he wants to be in a little 4th of July display. So measurement for him, he is 8.5 inches tall. 8.5 inches tall. Again, from 1956. But yeah, there's some hardened salt that I didn't realize it was in there. So I'll get that out of there. It's easy to get in there with a stuffing stick. So big bags of stuffing that you sew with.
Yeah.
Comes with like, they kind of look like chopsticks, but they're not really chopsticks. They're good for getting that kind of stuff out of there. Chrissy, I see you. Thank you so much. I'm going to do a countdown. He is one happy cat. Yes, he is. Let's do a countdown. Looking for 17 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But my favorite are the deer, long neck deer that they did for these.
And if you have another single, these are fun to mix and match because they
there's tall neck ducks and rabbits and all sorts of critters that they did. I love these. All right, there's the bid end for Karen. All right, Chrissy, coming to you. Meow meow. Thank you.
All right, Miss Amy, this will be my last quick claim round of the evening quick claim round. So I'll show you what it is again, then I'll give you a letter and then you can put it in. So I have 5 of them. I found these. These are really fun. These are going to be for my decorating folks, the folks that do assemblages or do displays or things like that. So these are old ice cream containers. So these are your wax cardboard containers, and they are made by Lily. So they do say Lily on here, and I think it's Lily ice cream. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I think it actually was Lily ice cream. So each one of these are little ice cream containers. So they don't have their lid inserts, but if you go get yourself a little piece of styrofoam, you can build the riser and then you can put your figurines on here. So I thought these would be fun for summer, for your summer display. So it's like a goldish yellow and it has like almost a burgundy font and it says have fun. And you can see it has these fun little starbursts on there. And they each measure, they're about 2 1/4 inches tall and they're about 3 3/4 inches in diameter. So I do believe these are from the 1950s. So I'll quickly show you what's on here. You have a couple. I think they're having their milkshake. You can see, look, she's got a 50s updo. He's got his buzz cut, little bow tie in the car. These folks here, I think they're heading to a sporting event. So I believe they're going to a ticket window. You have this fun little couple here having themselves a little milkshake. This one I thought is really fun for your summertime. And then if you're going to use this later on in the season, maybe you want to move it over here to the little girl that's ice skating. And hopefully you can see they all have little faces and it's actually 3-toned. It's that original white, burgundy, and then yellow. So I have 5 of these available. So again, these would be fun. Like Amy builds displays on them. You would just have to put a cap on it or do whatever you want. I think these would be fun in an ice cream display too. So they're just going to be $8 each. $8 each, and I have 5 of them available. If you're interested, put in the letter I for ice cream. I for ice cream, $8 each. I haven't found these anywhere online. I'm not going to say they're rare, but to find them with these cool
I've never seen those. I look at wax cups all the time.
I've never seen these before. So they're just $8 each. Letter I for ice cream, and we'll bring them back in the recap.
I for ice cream. Okay.
I'm going to use 2 in my display. I think they're really fun to, use in a display.
Caroline.
Caroline, just let me know how many you wanted, friend. Just let me know, Caroline, how many you wanted. 1, 2. You can have as many as you'd like. Thank you.
Okay. I have a choice round for my next. These are very cool. I've never run across any of these before. I knew they existed, but I've never run across any. These are, so each package has 2 paper doilies in them. Doilies or placemats, either one. I think that they're great for framing or putting like in a backer, something like that. You could definitely craft with these. I do believe that these are 1950s era for these. They're not Denison. I can't remember the company. It's not Denison. It's another party paper company. But it is like, your typical embossed paper doily that usually you would see like at Valentine's Day, that sort of thing. But I love the pattern on it. So good. It's got shooting stars, the Liberty Bell Eagle, Uncle Sam. It's got the Statue of Liberty. It's got pretty much everything in there. I really like it. These are, so there's 2 in there. There's 2 in there, starting at 6. They only had just 2. Otherwise, I would have got more.
Right.
They only had the 2. And they're about the same. I can't really tell you that there's any kind of issue with them. But you can see like the edges have the pierced kind of lacy edging. So not all the pieces are punched out, you know, for the little paper pieces. I think they're really cool. Measurement for these, they are 10 inches. They're 10 inches in diameter. And as far as I know, they only made them in the size. Sometimes with Valentine's or some of the other ones, you know, there's like a 6-inch size, but I don't think they made these in any other size. Oh, you found similar placemats today, Helen. Oh, are they oval then instead of round? I would call these doilies, but I saw a few people refer to these as placemats too. All right. Timmy is in there at 6. Thank you so much. So countdown. Timmy, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Counting is hard. It's getting hard. I'm starting to make up numbers. Rectangle. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right, there's the bid end from Karen. All right, Timmy, let me know if you want 1 package or 2. I think these are fun.
I've never seen these before.
I had never run across them. Of all the paper things I looked through, I've never run across any of these. Oh, she's going to take them both. You got it, lady. Thank you.
All right, Miss Amy, $20. $20. And I normally don't find flamingos anymore, but I was fortunate enough to find a flamingo figurine. I do believe it's from the 1950s. It does say Florida, so you can see where they did, you know, brush some gold over the Florida font. But I love the detail of the pink, the black, and the gold on the eye and the beak. No chips or cracks. You know, a lot of times you find these ceramic flamingos. They've had a neck repair. There's absolutely no issues to this guy whatsoever. You can see that he is made in Japan. I got him at the same place. Maybe they came from the same trip that the mermaid shakers came from. So, but again, 2-sided, no damage whatsoever. Again, it's very hard to find flamingos to resell. They really hold their value. They've gone up in price, and it's super hard to find them that they're damage free with no chips or cracks. So Sandra, I see you at 20. Thank you so much. We're looking for 21 or more. He's coming in at about 7.5 inches tall. So it's getting, there we go. Now you can see where they did detail the other side as well with gold for the eye and gold for the beak. And you can see the great pink color of it is that very 1950s pink. Then they did, you know, paint some of the flower or vegetation down here that the flamingo is walking in green. So it is a souvenir piece. I don't know if they had one, you know, eating or bending down or maybe different sculpts, but this was the only one that I could find. So we're looking for 21 or more. Let's count it down. We are doing just in case for active bidders. And Sandra's holding it at 20. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 21 or the bid end from Karen G. And again, Karen G, Kim, Gavin, thank you guys so much for all your help.
Good night, KP.
Good night. Thank you so much, Sandra. It's coming to you. Congratulations. Yay. Thank you. Thank you.
Our last round, you guys. Our last round, and then we have a recap, and then we will say good night. And thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. We appreciate you guys being here. Yeah. As always, thank you so much. All right, my last round is going to start at 10. I do have a book for my last round, Stories and Rhymes. And there's a specific reason why I brought this one tonight. I did just get this today. I love the Merrill Publishing books specifically. This is linen-like, so the paper has kind of a texture to mimic fabric. There is a little wear to the binding, and just a couple bends, but overall really nice and colorful. This one doesn't have a publishing date on it. I think it's 1940 something. I've sold this book before. I think it's 1940, late 1940s on it. And I'm actually going to start from the back so I can show you why I brought this one, because it's toward the back end. Now there's a little separation, okay, but it's still nice condition on the inside. So here's why I wanted to bring this one tonight. I knew this graphic was in this book. Little drops of water, little grains of sand make a mighty ocean and a pleasant land, because she's holding the little flag at the beach for her little sandcastle. And the last page in there is the elf and the dormouse. There's just adorable illustrations in here. I'm actually going to flip to the beginning. MJ, thank you. I saw you in there. Thank you so much. Here is the first one, Twinkle Twinkle. And then we've got a North Wind and the Robin. There's stories in here that usually are not in all the nursery rhyme books, which I like. The Star Dipper, they're just a little bit different stories than we typically see. The traditional fairy tales. Little Half Chick, so cute. I love that graphic. Adorable. There's a continuation of Little Half Chick. And some of them are single page stories. Ladybird, Ladybird. Some of them are double pages. Politeness. Very cute illustrations. They're so bright and colorful. I really like the Merrill Publishing. We've got Teeny Tiny, and the Enchanted Kettle. Very cute. Yeah. And then we've got the Lamb and the Pig. Look at all these cute little animals. I love those. And it goes on to the other side. Look at the little pigs and the sheep.
I love the little bunny working on the roof there.
Oh, yeah, he is. He's really going to town. And then we're back to those back two pages again. And then the back cover is the same as the front. All right, so let's do a countdown. MJ's in there at 10, 4, 11 or more, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mid end. And it is 13 by 9 3/4. Love that puppy dog. So cute. All right. MJ, you didn't need your just in case. It's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $12. And sticking with my summer nautical, even 4th of July theme, is this German figurine of a sailor. And what I think makes this unique is it's a female sailor, which you don't find a lot of female sailor figurines. So it is a figurine that is made in Germany. It is stamped here on the bottom, as you can see. I believe it's probably from the 1940s or the 1950s. I guess then maybe it's even 1930s, because however we would determine around the war with Germany. So, but again, she's in very good condition. Look at the details on her cheeks. She has her original tag here from the manufacturer. She is playing an accordion. She is from that accordion lot that I had bought months ago and still selling off. But I did sit her to the side because I thought she would look really neat in your summertime display. Because honestly, folks, tell me the last time you found a female dressed as a sailor. So I think that's a really unique piece that would look good in all different kinds of collections, whether you're doing a nautical theme, you do a beach theme, or if you do like a 4th of July theme, because she does have, it may be reading black to you guys, but her pants are a very navy blue. So she's in great condition with no chips or cracks. She measures about 6 inches tall. So she's about 6 inches tall. I think she would look really great in those bisque style figurines. You know, if you guys collect some of those bathing beauties or things like that, or you have some mermaids or you have a nautical themed room, I think she'd be really fun to have in there. So again, $12 if anybody is interested. She is kind of glazed and made the way the Hummels are. You know, the Hummels have like the glazed base down here, and then they do like the matte finish, and then they glaze up through here, and then the face is just a matte finish. So you can see she has her sailor cap on and her tassel hanging down. Not much more I can say for $12. Again, a female sailor. I know that I've never seen one on my ear.
What's the hang tag say?
It's the same company, and I know I'm going to butcher the company. The company is spelled Friedel. It's like Fredel. Fredel is the company, the manufacturing company in Germany.
It's Friedel.
Is that Friedel? Okay,
yeah,
so that's
Friedel.
exactly what the tag says. It's her original tag by the same company. It's the company.
I like that. That's cool that it has the tag. Usually for those German, they don't have the tags anymore.
I do too. Cool. Definitely great for a mermaid bathroom. Again, I think she would look great. No interest. That's cool. Let's keep going, Amy.
All right. It is. I'm going to get us both up here. It's time for recap. Recap. So we will bring back item. Oh, no, Christopher, it's
yours, friend. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Right, congrats, Christopher. Okay. So recap time. We will bring back our items again if people have been popping in and out or missed something. So when we bring back items, you can always email us. So check if something is still available. If you're watching on the replay, you can always email us. So recap will be quick claim items. If you want to claim something, we'll do a brief description note if there's any kind of issues. Again, type in the item plus the price. So we will give you like a keyword to type into the chat plus the price. And we'll give it a moment for the lag. If there's more than one person that comes in for the same item immediately, then we will do a quick countdown. I keep saying recap. A quick countdown to break any ties, just in case this can be in play just like a regular round. Okay. So we each have some items to recap. Jason, do you want to go? Do you want me to go?
You go ahead and do some, Amy. If you want to do them all, go ahead. I'm fine with that.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I had my Bradley Pose doll, 1960s Japan. She is 16 and a half inches. Pretty good condition on her. She was 36. So you can do doll 36 on her. Doll 36 if you want to claim her. I had the pair of Betsy McCall paper dolls. These were 12, so July and June for these, 1953. So you can do Betsy 12 on those. And then on my choice round, I had the Kissing, Hugging, Enesco Siamese Cat Shakers. These were 14. So Shakers 14, if you want to claim those. And I had the Sleepy Dakin kitty. This was also 14. So you can do Sleep 14 on the kitty. And that was my recap. Thank you all so much.
All right. These I can do. You got MJ for Shakers.
I see you, MJ. Thank you.
All right. These were my first round. They are in overall good condition. They just have one or two little marks on them. They are these little butterflies. I'll say anthropomorphic, although that's not right. You know, they have these little animated faces. You're going to get them both. I can do them for 16. That's as low as I can go. I can do them for 16. So they are these little hand towels. There's a little mark on her right there. So if you're interested, you put towel 16, and there's a little mark on him. But these are embroidered and in very good condition. I think they are from the 1950s, and they measure 18 by 11. I'm very surprised nobody's interested in these. These used to sell like, I never had such cool hand towels before. So if anyone's interested, put in towels 16, and you could have them. They're very clean. Those two little spots, I think if someone wanted them out, they could. Then I had, what did I have left? Oh, I had my postcard. This one had the most wear. This is the 3 kids right here. And it is the 4th of July. If you're interested in that, it's postcard. $8. Postcard, $8 on that one. You can see it does have a pretty heavy crease in it, but I still think it still displays beautifully with the 3 kids right there in the red, white, and blue. So that's postcard, and that was $8. I had 3 of my wax, like Dixie cup style containers left with all these cool graphics on. I think these are really fun for your summertime displays. So these would be cup, $8, cup, $8, and I have up to 3. Cup, $8. And then I had my Holt Howard. My Holt Howard no sale. I can't believe I'm no selling a Holt Howard piece. I have a Holt Howard stinky cheese. This is our favorite stinky cheese container. It's in very good condition. It does have 1 or 2 little rough marks, but there's no chips on the inside. It retains its original Holt Howard sticker. So this is going to be cheese 45. Cheese 45. If anybody is interested, that is under the glaze. That little spot right there is under the glaze. This, I believe, is under the glaze as well. I can kind of catch it with my finger. And then there's a weird little bit of wear right there around the ear. And I want to say it's a chip, but I feel like the paint lifted off because it's gray. But it doesn't matter because Dusty claimed it. Thank you, Dusty. That is yours. Congratulations. She bought a tray for me, and it's going to go perfect with the cheese, the other one she got. So Dusty, thank you so much. And that was everything for me.
Okay. I'm going to get us both back up here. Thank you all so very much. We appreciate you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. I know we went a little later than we typically do, but thank you guys for hanging out. And thank you to Karen and Kim and Gavin for helping out in the chat tonight. We appreciate you ladies so very much.
Yes.
I know Dusty's going to put her cheese in there, so we don't even have to question that. She'll put her cheese in there. Not for long, though. You got to eat the cheese out of there.
And the person that came from, when we went to pick it up, they kept calling it Howard Holt, because some people that don't know, they think that Holt is and we got in the car and Tina was like, "Oh my God, it's Holt Howard," and the person kept saying Howard Holt, and I was like, "Oh my God." Oh my God. Yeah. So
reminder, most of you we already have your information, but some new friends joined us tonight. So if you need to email your information, please do so we can get goodies to you and invoiced. Reminder, I'm going to be sending mine tomorrow, so I will message everyone tomorrow. Jason, you want to talk about what's going on? Yes.
My invoicing. Yes, we'll talk about invoicing, and we'll talk about the upcoming sales that are coming up too really quick. So my invoices will go out on Sunday. So Sunday morning, I will get up and package everything. Tina will fire the invoices out, hopefully early. Words are tough. I'm going to get up Sunday morning. Sunday morning, I hope I said that. I think I said Friday. I'll get up Sunday morning and do my shipping, and then Tina will fire off the invoices probably Sunday afternoon. I'm going to be working the next 2 days. I work in the store tomorrow. So if you're around, come see me. I'm working in my shop tomorrow. And then on Saturday, we're setting up our new booth, and then we have a house call. So with that said, I'm hoping to put out a video. I'm going to put out a video, show you guys what's been going on at Mother Tucker's. There's some new fun things that are going on, and I'll explain a little bit. We've had some staff changes at Mother Tucker's. So me and Tina are now back in there more often like we used to, and we're very pleased. But it also makes it difficult for me to source things and to prepare for live sales. So I'm also now going to be taking a break again from live sales. Amy will be flying solo, maybe some guests. I don't want to speak for her, but she'll be holding fantastic finds, hoping, going forward, and hopefully I will be back sitting again with her in July. Okay, so the goal is to be back the first Thursday in July again with Amy, and then hopefully we can go back as if the way it always was. But I do need to take a few more weeks. We have a big extravaganza coming up. We have the summer extrav coming up the end of the month, so we need to prepare for that. But if you guys like Christmas, my Christmas sister here, Amy, and I are planning a Christmas sale this month. Those promos will come out. We'll tell you more about that in the future.
But then I think we'll be hitting some Christmas hard in July. So we know you guys love it as much as we do. Yeah, so thank you guys for showing me and her so much support. But I am going to take another brief hiatus. I'll be lurking.
2 weeks.
Yes,
It's 2 weeks.
2 weeks. It's not too long. And Miss Amy will continue on until I get myself my new routine. And it's a good thing. Everything in my shop and everything that's going on is positive. It's nothing, not that anyone's thought anything or asked anything, but I do think it's about time that I try to put out some kind of content. I do feel like my channel doesn't even get the attention it used to. You know, my promos don't even get pushed out anymore. And that's, of course, my fault because I let the algorithm die that I had, you know, the momentum. So it would also help me coming back doing sales if my channel was a little more active. So then more folks would see my things. Then they would say, hey, let's get over to that Enamour Amy's channel and hang out with the two of them and let's buy some great vintage from them. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And Amy, if I missed anything, please fill in. But I think that's pretty much it. 2 weeks. So but I'll be back for another sale with some Christmas in the meantime. So
yeah. So we're aiming to have Jason back on Thursday, July 2nd, yes. Right before the 4th. Yes. So you guys will see me twice. So just 2 weeks. There's 2 more weeks in June, basically. I will put some things out because, I have to move some things around because Elkhorn is at the end of June, which I will be going, Mama Pam and I will be going to. So that will not be a Thursday sale. That will be some other time, during that week. So I'll let you guys know what's coming up the next couple weeks. I will post about it, schedule things. So keep an eye out for that. And yes, in July, Jason and I do plan to do some Christmas, as we always do. Christmas in July is a celebration over here. And,
I'm just going to say right now, when it comes to this platform, I think that we are two of the hardcorest Christmas lovers that I have ever known, and we push the source all year round. So,
well,
don't let anybody
3 a.m. last week just to get Christmas.
Right.
I mean, that's what gets me out of bed for an estate sale is Christmas stuff.
You.
So,
yes.
So yes, keep an eye out on community post tabs over here. I'll let you guys know what's going on. Of course, we'll let you guys know over on Instagram too. We'll post about stuff over there. I know. Seems like we were, like just a month ago. Yeah, we were mates. Yeah, really, just about a month ago. It goes by super fast. So yes, thank you guys so very much. We appreciate you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. If you are dealing with some weather tonight, stay safe. I can hear it out there. It's coming my way. We're going to get it all night long over here. So be safe. Have a wonderful rest of your week. And I will see you back here next week. Have a good night, you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.